definitely know what you're talking about. And I'm working on those passes. I know it's a sidebar, but I am.
Okay, well, just let me know, because
Yeah. I'm like cold here, but I got this heater. It's weird. Like, how cold is it? What's the weather like in North Carolina? Oh wait, Chicago.
right now I want to say it's like 60,
It's like New York.
like 65.
That's slightly better than New York. Okay. You're
Yeah.
not there yet. Your guys got some nice weather, but you're not all the way. 70s is like you're killing it. 70, 75 is like.
But that's the thing. Like, it was a tornado warning, and then it was like raining, and then it was freezing, and then it's hot. So I don't even know how to dress. I don't know. I just step outside and pray for the best at this point, because I
Yeah,
have no idea what the weather is going to do.
you had me at tornado warning. That was pretty much. That's when you get into a whole nother level. When you're dealing with tornadoes and shit, that's natural disaster shit. You go to the store and never come back. I'm good.
We
I'm
don't,
good.
we don't, we really get more hurricanes than tornadoes. So the tornadoes was like out of left field. We don't get tornadoes. So.
2 out of 4. I'm good. The chance you can get one of these natural disasters is enough. But if you got a 2 out of 4 chance, that's enough for me. I'm good. I am good.
I mean, it's not Florida.
Florida gets jammed. I could never. I love Florida. It's such a nice place. I just could never move there just because you can lose
It's a lot.
everything overnight. It is a lot. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I gotta fix my sound. I'll be right back.
Yeah, fix your sound. Do your thing. What up, Swerve? I see T-Rex. All right, hold on. Let me let everybody in. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I haven't used the microphone in a little while, so bringing it back. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. All right, how's that? Yeah.
I don't think your mic is on. No,
Right?
I hear you, but all right, step away from the mic, step back and talk.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
No, I'm the reason why I'm saying, because I could tell the difference from if it's the mic or if it's just normal in the room. I don't think you connected to the mic. I think it's just it's picking up the room as normal. Mute the mic and speak. Just the mic.
No, it's definitely another one. Hold on. Let me turn this thing on.
Barb, can you hear my mic? I think my mic is on.
No, you're fine. I've heard this from the beginning.
No,
So now I could tell you on the mic because I could tell the difference from just in the room.
Well, no, I wasn't on the mic. I just got on the mic.
Yeah. Oh, now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh, shit. I forgot I got this shit.
Yeah, I might have to use mine for a prop. Because I got to change my settings. I don't feel like changing settings.
You faking the funk.
Damn right. Yes, I am. I am. I'll bring it. I'll get it right.
You thought you was
I still have my Rodecaster. I still love it, man.
You thought you was on the mic the whole time. Not.
It's on. I know. And it looks great. And the Rodecaster is dope, but I got to get a You know what? I'm not even gonna buy that new Rodecaster. I don't even think I need it. I mean, how much do you need technology wise? We got it. All this shit, man. It's crazy.
I love my Rodecaster. But I needed my Rodecaster.
Do you have the
No, she got the first one. She got the one you got. First
Oh,
gen.
okay.
The first gen.
I mean, it works fine. I love the Roadcast. I think the Roadcast is like one of the best inventions for podcasting. It really is. I mean, it does everything. And
I got both, but I like the two because it has way more functionalities, and you can take it way beyond than just. So I mean, I still have my one, but I like my two. Well, mine's a mini, so the mini one. So the two is great. Well, both of them, yeah, they're great. They're still great.
No doubt.
The one is limited compared to other things you can.
Wait, when did the two come out? Because like I just got this like
the two been out
2 years ago.
For a minute.
A year and a half.
Nah, I had my dual for a year when Sam Ash closed. So it's been out, what's this? It's 25, 24, 23, I would say around 22.
Yeah, I got this after 22. Oh, but maybe I do have the first one. I don't know. Because this one costs like $1,000.
Let me see which one you got. You must got the new one.
No, the new one has like the screen is tilted. If a screen is flat, then it's not the new one. The new ones have like a tilted screen.
Yeah, my screen is flat.
Right, that's the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know that, Swerve? How did you know which one I had?
It's I know your gear. I know you. I'm a
techie.
I'm a techie.
I'm like, damn.
But how did you know that when I was seeing it? I'm okay.
All up in the mix.
Because I know what you got. I know the mic. I know the is it flat or it got a tilt.
But I don't even think I've ever had my Rodecaster on camera.
Nah, I think you did. Either in the picture, your picture, because you had it for a while. I know that.
Okay.
Shoot, yo, damn. DWI just told me his stuff got stolen a couple weeks ago.
What do you mean?
His Rodecaster, his couple of things, and his crib and everything.
At his house in the Bronx?
Nah, Brooklyn, I think. I'm like, he just told me this last week. I was like, what? I was tight. Like it was me.
I don't know. God.
He had the white Rodecaster. His was white and white.
It's getting real out here. I'm just saying, it's getting real out here. I'm just saying, it's getting real out here. Right. So Raquel, tapping in. I see you.
What's up, family? What's going on? Let me put I'm accepting
Well, it's another Wednesday. Things are good. The amount of things that happen in a week are just amazing. I'm so happy we don't really go too deep into politics because we'd be stuck there for probably the whole time. I seen they reversed another bill, anti-segregation bill, which is crazy. Like that's like the final straw, man. Like, what are we doing? Where's the country really trying to go backwards? Like, what are we doing? I mean, clearly it is, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know what we're saying, but it's tough out here, man. Tough. All right, we're gonna wait for a few more people getting in. All right, so the 60s in North Carolina. It's like 50s here in New York. I can't really tell. Like maybe 57, you know what I mean? Something like that. I want to know how it is in everybody else's city. Is it warm yet? Because this sucks, man. It's starting to like, you know what I mean? It's such a drag. Like, let's go the hell away. Let's get some warm weather. Hell yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna cue a song up. Oh, wait a minute. Happy birthday. Swerve, is today your birthday? Swerve tomorrow. All right, cool. Well, happy early birthday. You know how we get down. I'll be at the party.
I'm accepting all you need it. All Swerve hits, everything.
All donations.
All donations. $1, $5, $10, no coins. I'm about to actually go get a haircut, and I gotta go pick up my cake.
Some good music came out. I think. I mean, let's talk about it. There's some.
Yo, did you ever play anything off of Busta's recent project?
No, but there was one joint I really like.
Which one is it? I just peeped it. I went through it yesterday.
Killer Mike, Busta and Killer Mike.
Yeah, that's dope. There was another one that I really liked, and I said, "Wait a minute, I don't even think we ever played nothing off that project."
Which one? Talk about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, swear.
Now we did though. We did. Because he kind of got into his his Jamaican bag on the project.
That was the first one. This was the second one. He had 2 back to back.
Yes, he has the second one.
Yeah, the second. I don't think we played anything from the second one.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
And I gotta say, again, this is another project that came out that's just poorly promoted. Like nobody.
Well, he did have a listening party for it as well at Brooklyn Chop House, I believe. Which it seemed like they be having a lot of events there. I've seen something else recently having something there, but yeah, he did have that. And Shampoo and his team running with him with that stuff. So in New York, he's somewhat yes, but it's not.
But that's still like us that may know about it, and that us is still limited because even though we're us, we're sort of in that inner circle. We know Shampoo, we know certain people, so we'll be on that text. But I don't know. What about the rest of the circles that actually help promote music? I don't know. Like we were talking about Exhibit earlier, the fact that he has an EP out and nobody knows. I mean, unless you know and I don't know. Maybe other people know, but we haven't spoken about that project at all. But all right, let's play a song and get it in.
Wait, CL. I want to talk about Chris Brown hopping on Leon Thomas Mutt remix dropping this Friday.
I have not heard that.
That's gonna be nice.
It hasn't dropped. It's gonna drop on Friday, and I'm so excited. I love that song, and so we gotta make sure it's on the platform on Friday.
Out to Leon Thomas, for sure.
So Brittany, are you able to separate personal and music when it comes to Chris Brown? You're on mute there, love.
You're joining. I'm muted.
Yeah, I can. Because I mean, at this point, we'd be canceling everything and everybody. Everybody has a past.
So did you listen to the Tory Lanez album?
No, but I wasn't a Tory Lanez fan before all that happened.
Yeah. Breezy definitely got a different set of fandoms. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, we can have a long discussion about that, but I'm just excited about this for Leon specifically.
Hella.
I think it's really. I mean, the record has been doing really well. I mean, when everybody was posting the Carl Thomas remix, with it or whatever, I was like, oh, this is going to be major. And then when they announced that Chris Brown is going to hop on it, I'm like, it's going to blow up. And this is going to be so great for his career. And again, I'm just a big fan of Leon, and I was a big fan of Chris Brown. I mean, I'm still, it's rough, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's rough out here in these internet streets. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he's been persecuted so hard. I mean, he messed up, but does he have to live with this forever?
I'm just saying too, because like him and Rihanna have squashed it. We see them outside, they give each other hugs.
Rihanna.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not just Rihanna. If he was young and he made a stupid mistake and it was just Rihanna, I think more people would be a little bit more forgiving. It allegedly happened with Karrueche too.
And I mean, this was when he should have known better. I mean, I'm talking like throwing down the steps, kicking her in her stomach. I mean, it's other stuff past Rihanna. So like Rihanna has forgiven him, so we can forgive him. But I don't know, like when you get into your late 20s and you're still doing the same stuff, like and then early 30s, we gotta ask ourselves, like, did you really learn your lesson here? So I think that is where a lot of the outrage for Chris is not necessarily just focusing on Rihanna, because Rihanna is what everyone remembers, but I mean, he was accused of other things with other women. So love Chris though, but
Yeah.
it's rough.
Will people be listening to, if Kels dropped this album on music, will they be listening to that? I'm wondering.
Again, it's rough. It just depends on your own personal, morals. I mean, first of all, it's a two-edged sword, because if you can say, oh, I love Chris Brown for his talent, you're still going to get pushback. If you say, I don't condone what Chris Brown does, you're still going to get pushback from his fans. So it's just like, there's no winning in the situation. If you're a music lover, you can try to appreciate the music and that's it, and not really delve too deep into someone's personal life and their business and all that stuff. But the internet makes it almost impossible to not know these things about these people. Before, we didn't know about James Brown smacking the shit out of his women and domestic violence, but he did that shit too.
All of them was doing.
Everybody, exactly. But we live in a world of information now, so it's like we all know about this.
So, okay, we talk about urban music, but what about in rock and roll? In rock,
I mean, we just said everybody does it.
Yeah, I'm saying as much as the light gets shine on urban music, hip hop, R&B, but in rock and roll, they did is basically, if you want to ask me, hip hop mimicked what rock and roll cats was doing. That's why they call them rock stars. They was calling themselves rock stars because the rock and roll, they was sniffing all kind of drugs, doing all kind of drugs, beating the women up, doing all kind of crazy stuff. Back then, but it wasn't. But if they were to do that now, unless it be on TMZ, we probably would never hear about it. They probably it would just be a thing. They go handle it the way they need to handle it, and kind of somewhat get swept under the rug. Unless it be something really, really crazy, then it'll get blown up in the social media. But the little slap, if someone slaps someone on the wrist, a female on the wrist, that will be ostracized on a major, major, major scale in the urban music, which was just crazy.
Not just music. And I mean, Dana White smacked the shit out of a woman in front of everybody at a club and nothing happened. So, I mean, I guess you just have to, again, it's a personal decision if you're going to support someone knowing what they do in their personal life or not. I'm not going to ostracize anybody for who they decide to listen to.
Bottom line, don't hit anybody, man. Keep your hands to yourself.
Period.
Try to walk away. You know what I mean? I know it's easier said than done, especially when you're intoxicated, but that's the bottom line. And to know that there are double standards here. There are double standards. We want to act like everything's equal. It's not. There are double standards. Yeah, Elvis Presley. Yes, old school. Jerry Lee Lewis. Great Balls of Fire. What's my man that did the movie? Woody Allen. Nobody's up him. Like, nobody's on his back about marrying a child that he raised. Crazy, but they're double standards. So, all right, man, what a way to start. Try to keep it good, but man, right into the mix. All right, check this out. Let's check this out. Key Glock, No Sweat. New joint, you know what I mean? Shout out to Def Jam. And before that was Playboi Carti from his new album. The record is called Philly. It's him and Travis Scott. Anybody listen to the new Playboi Carti yet?
I just did a joint with him and Kendrick, which Kendrick goes off. You know what I mean? There was kind of some drama around that because allegedly Drake had a verse on the project and it got not used, considering Kendrick was on the album. Ooh. You know what I mean? So one more time for Kate out, the career killer. You know what I'm saying? So
What was up with Yeezy though? I seen Yeezy going
Oh
off.
God, bro, like
Going off
that poor
on
guy.
Kendrick and yeah. What's up with Yeezy, man? I mean, I seen him.
Is it an attention grab, or I mean, because he called out Kendrick, he called out Cardi for not having that Rolling Loud. Like it's just, I mean, beyond all the other shit he talking, you know what I mean?
I mean, he talked shit Jay-Z's son, or I think Jay-Z and Beyonce's son being, mentally challenged or retarded. Like it was
yeah, God. I mean,
bad look.
Why you start talking about people's kids, dog? You know what I mean?
Y'all know it's for
that's that shit on site. You know what I mean?
Y'all know it's for
I get it.
This dude at this point is one of the things. It's just like, man, just ignore him, man. Like when ain't nobody talking about him enough, he got to do the most, and he got the kids. Like that's the one that hit. Like that's the one everybody's sharing now. So that's what he do, dog. Like I've been on this call with y'all since 2022. How many times have we gotten on this call and be like, man, what is Kanye doing? Man, is he off his man? It's the same shit, dog. Like, it's just time to ignore him, dog. Just appreciate the music that came before and just ignore the old man sitting on the corner screaming loudly at the moon, dog. It's just time to do that at this point.
I disagree with ignoring him, because there was something really important that he said too. He said that since his mom passed away, he's had suicidal thoughts. Like this, I think that this man is constantly in anguish. I think this man is suffering from manic depressive disorder. I think this man needs medical attention. I don't really think that it's okay. Oh yeah, it's Kanye again. Like, for Black men who do need support for mental health, I can't say let's just ignore him. I think he needs some help. And I think the people around him are enabling him, and they're yes men, and he actually needs some help.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you help that? If I'm gonna keep doing the same thing, and in the past, see, it's like the boy who cried wolf, right? So in the past, when these things happen, he's selling something. He can't sell nothing right now. He's went over the edge. So whether it's yes men, whether it's whatever the case may be, he's done it. This isn't new. And when I mean this isn't new, I don't even mean the last 5 years. I talked about this on here one time. You can go all the way back almost 20 years now. Anytime he is in the news about something, it's to sell something. Anytime. The only thing that is different about this moment is he has nothing to sell because he's put himself in this hole, or at least we don't think he has nothing to sell. He's put himself in this hole with all of this Nazi talk and all this shit. But we can literally go through the past 20 years, every single time that he is ranting about something or he's in the news about something, it's to sell something.
Well, there was a period in time when Kanye he disappeared. He went recluse for a while. He wasn't selling anything then.
He does that every few years. He gets recluse.
But what I'm saying is, I think the most concerning thing was when he was talking about suicidal thoughts. Like, that's concerning. I don't care. I don't care how many times somebody cries wolf, whatever. I personally haven't heard him say out of his mouth, since my mother passed, I've had these suicidal thoughts. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was just alarming to me. Yes, what he said was disturbing, and probably most of it coming from a very dark place, but that was concerning. And so I just don't want to send a message that when Black men are in need of help and they're crying out and they're going through mental health crisis, that we're just going to say, oh, that's just attention. Maybe in Kanye.
And I was going to say, is it Black men or is it him specifically?
No, it's not. Yes, it is just him specifically, but it's also what he represents too.
What does he represent?
He's a Black man. He's a Black man.
And I want to add to that, like, again, they say listen to a crazy person because sometimes they telling the truth about things. He has opened the doors and telling secrets, which whether we believe or don't believe, or what goes on behind closed doors in the industry. and everybody want to say he's crazy. Yes, I think he do need help. You know what I'm saying? But let's not neglect, he's crying for help, but in a different way. Because if something happens to him today or tomorrow, everybody gonna be playing his music. Everybody gonna be sad. They're gonna be like, oh, la la la. But why we can't help when people, whether if it's their team maybe enabling them or somebody come to the rescue, but don't wait. Let's not wait till that person goes before their time. And then,
both of y'all got a question for both of y'all because y'all mentioned enabling. Do y'all think that making excuses for the times that he acts out is enabling?
Who's making excuses?
Yeah, I'm not making excuses for
no
me.
One's making excuses. I just said that his behavior and what he said was coming from a dark place and it's disgusting. But two things can be true at the same time. Kanye West can say something completely disgusting and he can also need help.
Well, wait, let me ask you this question. Do you think that he has control over everything? Do you think he's doing this on purpose? Is this a ploy, like you're saying, for him to get more attention? Or is it sometimes he just bugs out and says some stuff? I don't know.
I think none of that matters.
Well,
I think none of that matters. Because the reason why I'm saying it is whether he's doing it on purpose or not doesn't negate the fact that this man has mental health issues and he needs some help. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a difference.
We don't know. We don't really know what is going on with him as far as like who's enabling or if there is enabling or if people are really trying to stop Kanye. Because let's be real, when it comes to your check, and if this man is responsible for cutting your check, are you really going to stop him from doing whatever it is that's bringing money in your pockets? I don't know. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of Kanye's rants, like we all are. But also, he needs help. Period.
But what I'm saying, like we hear that, we hear that. The problem with the help thing, and this is why I mentioned this has been going on for 20 years, right? At what point, and this goes back to what I was asking you and Swerve about enabling. At what point do you allow a person to keep doing something and you let them out on, well, you just have mental health issues? Meanwhile, the person clearly is in control of their finances. They're in control of how they put themselves out there to the world. Maybe because they have all of this power, they're able to get into these spaces. And to the rest of us, it looks like, oh, this person's going crazy. But if we really look on the surface of it, he's doing all right. There's no one that's around him that, like you said, is saying anything is wrong with him. He's handing out checks to people that work for him. At what point do we say to ourselves, okay, give you an example. Wendy Williams, Britney Spears, all of these people, at some point, someone around them said, oh, they need to be looked after, whether that was for better or for worse for that person, but someone said that this person needs to be looked after because they do not have control of their own facilities. This has not happened to Kanye in 20 years. Yet here we are again having the same conversations about some wild shit that he's saying, oh, he's off his meds and blah, 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 to which he'll come back around when it's time to really sell some shit and say, oh, I apologize. It's the same rinse, wash, and repeat. And what I'm saying is when we sit up there and just give him this out of, oh, well, he's going to continue to do this. There is no
done though. It can be done. If he needs to be placed under conservatorship, like you just said, Wendy and Britney Spears was one at one point, one of the biggest pop singers in the world. If she can be placed under conservatorship, so can Kanye West. So, I mean, you just described two women with a lot of money.
Brittany, you missed what I just said. You literally proved the point I just said. Why has he not been placed under that? If he's so manic and so
I don't know. Someone has not taken control to do that. That's why I'm saying that he needs help. Because if someone were to do that, then this would not be happening.
Brittany, he's in control. This is what I'm saying. He's in control.
Okay, Britney Spears and Wendy Williams at one point was in control of their lives too.
In control, just because he might be walking in certain things he's saying, he could have something going on in his brain. Just because we think he's in control, he might not be in control. So someone has to
in control because he took the post down. I think that when you're not in control, you just go. I think he's in control. Took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids down.
Listen, we know he ain't the only one that runs his own account. We know they're not all the time. They're not the number one to run their accounts. You know, other people be having access to their shit too. And a lot of things that he said sometimes.
I'm not making no excuses for Kanye West. I'm sorry.
That's all I'm trying to say, y'all. When you keep making,
I'm not making
enabling this.
There's always two sides to a coin. It's not straight, and that's what it is. Unless they come out and say it on camera or whatever, that's what it is. We can speculate things all day. We could say all day.
True, where's Blake Griffin, man? Where's Blake Griffin? He got taken out. Kardashians.
But you know,
Lamar Odom trying to tell you the Kardashian curse.
Lamar went out, man.
If something was to happen to these guys, then we'd be singing a different story. Then it'd be like, come on now.
Then guess what? It's about them people around them. Then I'm sorry. I'm through with this world making. This world is fucking turned into idiocracy. Whether it's Kanye, whether it is these dumb motherfuckers who vote, I am sick and tired of us making excuses.
Nobody is disagreeing with you.
Hold on. Let me land real quick. I am tired of people making excuses for all of this bullshit. We are all adult human beings. We know A through C, ABC. We know 1, 2, 3, basic shit. And we sit up here and allow these people in these positions to say, oh, well, they meant to do this. They really a genius doing this. They really all. That's why I asked you, what in terms of when you said he represents black men, what part of black men does he represent outside of his skin color? What part?
Okay, I'll tell you. So when I say what he represents in a larger sense is when we say, oh, he's just Kanye West being Kanye West, we're going to ignore it. And he's suffering a mental health crisis. I hear black men a lot of times saying that how they feel, and if they're going through something like mental health, is ignored. And we pay more attention. Wait a minute, I'll let you land. We pay more attention to women and the mental health crisis that they go through and the suffering that they go through. But then when you finally have someone saying, hey, we probably need to get this person some help. Right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Kanye West is not above right or wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he needs help, just like millions of other black men who are suffering from mental health issues need help in this country, and it gets ignored. But wait a minute, hold up. So maybe if we actually see something or someone come in, some entity come in and actually help Kanye West, then we know that black men in America can also get that same type of help. We always see women getting the mental health and the resources, as you said, Wendy Williams and Britney Spears, both women, they were quick to seize their access, lock them up, take all of their money. They were quick to do that. That was swift.
Which I think
they didn't have to go on rant after rant after rant. Britney Spears did not do all that Kanye West has done. She literally shaved her head and tried to break a window. And she was locked up.
But you had people close to her trying to also feed off of her. Like they took that as a moment to sort of control her assets and everything.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
That's what happened.
Wait a minute. Family. Have you seen her lately?
I have not.
Okay. Her behavior is a little questionable. So, I'm not saying that she should have been locked up.
Yeah, but
I don't know. But what I'm saying is it was very quick. It was very quick and swift how they were able to take control of these women and their assets. All I'm saying is Kanye West someone in court could prove that Kanye West could be a danger to himself or other people. They have enough evidence to prove that.
Okay.
But
hold it there. No, we can come back. I'm gonna play a song.
CL, I'm gonna be on the phone. Let me just respond to her.
Oh my goodness, this is like
Brittany. You said men that need help, right? Those black men often reach out for help, correct?
Not all the time, because
No,
a lot of men, period,
because they don't think anybody's going to help them.
or they're too scared to really admit, or they don't want to admit that they got help. There's machismo involved. Some people don't think they're crazy. They're just walking around thinking that this is normal the way they act. Some people they feel scared. They're like, yo, I can't tell nobody that I'm not feeling right. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of issues.
So to both of y'all, has Kanye ever said, I don't need help, I got this? Has he ever said that?
Why does that matter? His behavior is saying that he needs help. If you say that I want to kill myself,
if his behavior is saying that I need help, it is not for us as people who continue to be the listeners of his rants to be like, oh, someone needs to go help. His circle needs to do that. And if he doesn't allow his circle to do that, I'm not going to sit up there and worry about this. I
never said it was up to his listeners to help him, Quantum.
But
I said
someone are the ones that are enabling him. He's giving these excuses. What I'm saying is he really wants help, and the people that want help around him want to give him help, then they should do that. I am through. I'm through. Y'all can continue. I'm through with the dude. Shout out to his music beforehand. That's all I'm gonna worry about. Whatever fuck shit that he continues to do, and then y'all sit up there and say, oh, if he die tomorrow, all this other shit. Guess what? I'm not going to forget the bullshit, because the bullshit matters. And if people around him care about him the way that y'all do, they should get him help, regardless of if he wants to take that help or not, if it's really about that. But fuck him in the meantime. That's all I got to say. Go to the song.
All right, let's play a record. Man, this is getting testy. Kanye, you got everybody fighting on the call. What the fuck?
Why is my number still in your phone? Said you were gonna leave me the hell alone. You didn't wanna talk or see me no more. That's what you said when you hit the door. I told you you'd regret it. You remember when I said it? But for some reason you began seeing things differently. Now you wanna start over. Say forget the past, build the future, and make it last forever. However, I'll say never. I'm not
right. Couple of new joints right there. Shout out to Lizzo. She's back. 1,000 pounds lighter. It's called Still Bad. Single she just dropped. What were y'all thoughts on Lizzo? Before we get to Bionic, what were y'all thoughts on Lizzo?
I dig the Lizzo. I don't think we're her audience. You know what I mean? Like she definitely is top 40 radio. You know what I mean?
Super pop. Yeah, I just thought it was
she just went on a rant too about that too. She was talking about, you know what I mean, why urban artists get criticized when they're trying to go that lane. Like everybody's supposed to be in the R&B and soul, whatever, you know what I mean? So, you know, she pulled another Kanye and ran it on Twitter or X, whatever the hell it's called today, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She brought up the legends, you know, how like Aretha and whatever, you know, was getting criticized for crossing over, if you will, you know what I mean? But
yeah, because you're not supposed to try. It's supposed to just happen.
Yeah, it's just supposed to happen, right? But I mean, those are the records she's always made, though. You know, she's like got features with Ariana Grande. You know, she ain't really never been urban. You know.
True indeed. It was something about it. I guess the tempo of it.
Yeah, it's a cool bop. I mean, we about to step into spring. It's a cool little outside record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got a little bop. All right, no doubt. All right, well, let's get to Mr. A.Y. Lee, aka Bionic. That's his new single. It's called Hell No. You know, love Bionic. You know, we talk about it. He's been trying. You know, I think the record's cool. I think for me though, one, he really pours his emotions into songs. Like you could tell these are things he's gone through or going through, at least from what I hear, you know. And then the other side of it, I just think he's a great A&R. I just think he needs to find other artists that he could also produce, because like you said, his concepts are great, his records. I just feel like he has to just also find and work with other talent that he can build up under his roster. I think it should be A.Y. Lee music, and that should be the whole thing going on. So that's just me.
Doesn't say like he comes up with some great concepts. It's just exactly the vocals have always just been the killer. You know what I mean? And I hate to say killer, but it's just, you know, like even the songwriting is dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, we've all told him this personally, you know. But I will say, listen, that was cool seeing people who were kind of new to the call. I mean, they was giving some love, they was feeling it. You know what I mean? You know, but them vocals just ain't never been for me.
Yep. Shout out to Mr. Sterling, said it was pretty good. DJ Endzone said it was good. And somebody else was like, well, who is this? Somebody that jumped in. That was man, I forgot who that was. But anyway, got love. So got a record. Thing about it is the promotion and the marketing. That is the thing, man. Records are coming out and you have to do not just this, but a lot of other things to grab this attention, man. That attention wheel is something else. Shout out to Gary V, man. He had a really good YouTube segment on it. If I can find it, I'll put it in the chat on talking about attention and how social media has changed over the last year and a half to where it is now. It's different strategies. It's different ways people are doing it. Okay, shout out to Rollo. Rollo Hustle said he's feeling it also. So that's the thing. Like I said, how does Exhibit, who I love Exhibit, we all love Exhibit, 4-song EP, nobody knows. Busta drops his 7-song EP, not too many people know, but they don't know. All these singles that drop every day, they sort of come, they go. How do you keep it? I mean, it's the thing, we've been talking about this from day one. And I don't know if anybody's truly cracked it, but that's the goal. How to become famous, man. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm gonna say, like, when we talk about like Busta, we talk about like Exhibit, and I'll use like Vince Staples for example, because you know he is always in the mindset of your 100 core fans that always come back and fuck with you, right? Like Exhibit and Busta, they have their core fans. I mean, you know, them cats been putting it down for 30 years. You know what I mean? So I don't think they are. So, you know, we talk about the lack of promo and whatever, but if they're touching 1,000 core fans that are still maybe purchasing an album or purchasing merch, like they're still doing good. You know what I mean? So I think we've got caught up in so much music discovery and new artists all the time with this and new artists all the time with that. Like Busta and Exhibit, they've had their fame. They continue to still be famous.
Yes.
You know, so lack of promo, if we say whatever, I don't think matters to them. They're just, I think at this point, they're doing what they love to do. I mean, it kind of even showed in the Snoop and Dre project, right? Like they did some way out music, you know, that we're not normally accustomed to from them. But when you heard Dre talk about it, he just said, I'm probably making some of the best music in my life. You know what I mean? Because they're just following their heart, doing what they love, and they know they got enough core fan base. The people who care in that core fan base are gonna support. You know, so that's my take on it, though.
No, I think you're right. So let me just ask you. So their core fan base is there, no doubt about it. Doesn't seem like they touch it. I guess they on it, they're off of it, whatever the case is. But it seemed to work for Redman.
Yes,
yeah, it's a breakthrough for Redman. And I'm trying to see what was the difference between a Redman and the Busters, or Redman and you know, Exhibits, or even Snoop and Dre.
I think for Redman, he got busy on social media. He definitely he was doing a lot more lives, doing a lot more like, you know, I've just noticed he definitely just got more active, you know what I mean? But I think the cool part is like, even when we had Redman on here, Redman's always been authentically Redman. Like, remember he was on here, he was like, look, man, I don't know what we're going to do. If any of y'all got suggestions, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so even that with the live, you know, I caught a couple of he popped up and said, look, I just want y'all to fuck with the music. Like he said the same thing. Like I'm making music that's truly to my heart still and love it. You know, just, you know, like, you know, we've invested into Redman, the man, like the person, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would just say probably would be the difference. Cause you didn't really see, you know, Dre and Snoop do a lot of promo, though they, you know, what was it? They was on The Voice at the time, I think, or some shit like that. So
I think, did they do Saturday Night Live or one of those?
Yeah, it was something like, but I mean, those dudes, I mean, we call them hip hop, but they pop stars too. You know what I'm saying? Them cats is on another level. We say the same thing about Busta. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like this core, I've just really been kind of diving more into these artists that are like focusing on their core fans, and I think it works heavy. I definitely want to give LaRussell his props. I just saw him live out my way Saturday for a day party, and I was so proud of him because there was legitimately parents in the building with like baby carriages. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw men and women, I saw toddlers in there, little homies. You know, he brought the little homies on stage, and he had like 10 kids up there. You know what I mean? It was like, look, this is what hip hop's supposed to be about. You're supposed to be able to bring your family. We spoke, you know, and don't get it twisted. There was drinks being served in there. There was people smoking weed, but his energy was none of the ops or like, you know, anybody was in there like they was beefing, you know what I mean? And it was super ill. And I would just advise if he touches any of y'all regions, go enjoy the show. Like, dude, even before the show was dancing with the people in the crowd and throwing the football around. It's just, that's why that kid is winning, yo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just real spill, touching the people, you know, beyond, and he's doing it on both ways. Gorilla, you know, hand to hand, and he's super dope with the content. You know what I mean? So I was super impressed though, man. It was a dope ass show.
Yeah, man. Shout out to LaRussell, man. When you come to New York, you know, let us know. Bro.
Yeah,
you know?
we'll have to plug up with Gary on that. You know what I mean?
Okay, dope.
What's going down? What's going down, Big Red?
My bad. Hey, I was just tagging on what everybody was talking about as far as like artist wise, man. Like even though those artists came out with, you know, their projects and it didn't get a whole, you know, big wave of attention, you know, I believe that, you know, artists, like you said, you know, you got your fan base and you done been in the game for a while, and you pretty much know what you're gonna get every time you put something out. You know what I mean? And listening to Dre and Snoop, the way how they was saying, they was like, look, man, the whole point of us, what we did was basically elevating. You know, we can't just put it back on how, you know, if any artist that came out 30 years ago still rapping about the same thing that they did 30 years ago, I'm pretty sure it get boring. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure people, your fans, want to see you elevate. So you listen to all the artists that's pretty much done elevated. You know, a lot of the younger artists not gonna gravitate to because they want to hear about their young problems, their young situations. You know what I mean? Other than somebody probably giving them real life stories. You know, so you know that's what you look at when I look at most artists probably been out over 30 years and they giving game and giving knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because the music industry need that as far as our audience. Because if you don't balance this shit out, man, we have a whole bunch of chaotic people. Because like right now, I done heard of YN R&B, and that's crazy as hell. If y'all haven't heard that, man, it is just every popular R&B song dealing with spinning the block and toting the blick. So
yeah, no, that shit is nuts. I know exactly what you're talking about because they still talking that op shit, but in an R&B flavor. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy,
man. So I mean, they need that balance. So I commend all of them. Or like even I let my clients come in. I let them hear the missionary. They like, I ain't used to that from Dre and Snoop, man. I'm really not a fan. I said, but do you hear the production though?
Yeah,
man, this shit sounds so theatrical. It sounds like a fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like if they ain't got an ear for music and sound, and I don't want to hear it. What happened to the St. Eyes and dipping in the 6-4? That's what I want to hear, bro.
Well, that's why the listeners and most of these artists, as we said before, in 30 years, they won't be relevant, literally, because, you know,
did we just lose you, Swerve? I mean, I take it one step further too. Legacy acts, they still understand the importance of the DJ. Like Jermaine Dupri was just speaking on that shit the other day, like about DJ alliances and whatever. You know what I mean? Like they've established long relationships with the DJ, so Busta step in the room, DJ there, hey, gonna stop everything you doing. Peep this new Busta. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, it's a lost relationship that I think new artists have stepped away from. Which is why, again,
I think that is the damn answer. I think you hit that shit right on the nail. It is just that building the relationships with those who create the organic energy still, and that is the DJ. The DJ does that, whether it's radio, club, house party. They play the records for the people, and they're it's not valued. I was talking to a couple record label people last week. And we were talking about them sort of like leaking records. I was like, yo, how come y'all ain't putting nothing out? Like, if you look at Columbia, they haven't put out, like, they don't have any urban records, right? That they start out with. You look at Atlantic, barely does it. They do it a little bit more, but they barely do it. And some labels aren't touching it all. And I was like, yo, how come y'all don't leak records and just see how they react anymore? They were like, see, yeah, we don't want to waste. They don't want to do that. They want the records to be the decision to be decided by the tracking softwares that are out there. Basically, data is going to pick the single and what's going to drive it. There's no more culture attached. But there is culture attached because you're out every day. I'm out every day. And when I go out, I'm kicking it by the DJ. I'm listening to what's popping. I'm still discovering records like that. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily, I don't really pick up new records from TikTok. Maybe I'll hear them, but I'm not taking those songs and they're not getting in my psyche and I'm going back and spreading the word on that. I'm getting my records from the street. And I always love that. I think that is the answer. That's what I think.
Hell yeah. Let's get it.
Y'all heard it.
Go ahead, Red.
About Southwest getting rid of the music portion.
Yeah, I heard that was fake news. Like that ain't going nowhere. People already got 26 music plans over there. I mean, but you might know better. You in Texas.
Okay.
What they talking about?
I just came from out there.
You know what? Because
it was still popping, Mike.
It was more police than us out there.
Oh damn!
It still was good, like great turnout and all, but they finna make it more festival movie wise than music. Unless you're renting out a building, like most of the people gonna be renting out a building in order to do it. Other than that, South by Southwest ain't gonna be the same. That's why I'm waiting for Spin to get out on here because he'll tell you where he was just at Vertigo, and Vertigo said they're gonna end up doing something now since South by South want to stop it.
Well, wait, let me just come in here with the quick disclaimer. I did do the research. I did go look at this because when Raymond actually told me that, my jaw dropped to the ground. I'm like, how does a festival that started out with independent music drop the music part of it? Like, how does that happen? And it was somewhat fake news. What happened is that the convention center will be shut down for a couple of years. They're redoing it, or something's happening with the convention center. As a result of that, they're going to shorten it by 2 days. And South by Southwest will go from 9 days to 7 days.
To the 12th through the 18th.
Yo,
Yes. But the last thing I'll say, and then I'll let somebody else go, is that they're now saying they're going to do the music part, the film part, and the tech part for all 7 days. So it's going to run concurrent. It's no longer going to be broken up, where you have, tech first, then film, then music. They're going to run everything concurrently for 7 days straight. So music will start on the beginning and it will go all the way. So that's what the official word from South by Southwest is.
I heard something else. I heard they're gonna move it to Nashville. That's what I heard for the 3 years, but I don't know how true that is.
I think that would destroy it. I think that would.
That's that. I mean, unless it just takes on a new festival entity, you know what I mean? Like South by Southwest and Austin is hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'd have to create their own. Which I love Nashville.
Yeah.
I think. But anyway, go ahead, Ray.
But anyway, so we got our first set of guests coming on real quick. We're gonna play a record real quick, fellas, and then we're gonna come to you. We thank y'all for joining us real quick, but want to run this record real fast, and we will come right to you. Keep this one out. Steel Bangles, Punjabi artists at that. I was talking to some little insiders, and they say look for the new wave of Indian artists to start getting the push. As much as we've been talking about like the K rhythm and the J rhythm, K-pop, J-pop, all that, they say the next wave is going to be coming from the Indian artists, which is kind of wild. But our first set of bars from Nas for 2025, you know what I mean? So any thoughts on the record? Anybody fucking with it?
I actually like it a lot. Saw it in my mailbox and didn't give it the time because somebody told me it was whack. So I was like, all right, I'm out. And it had Nas on it. I still didn't listen. I don't know why I listened. That joint was dope.
Yeah, I mean, the EP actually is not bad. It's 7 joints. Though, they are rapping in Punjabi on some of the songs. You don't know what they're saying. But aside from that, they got some dope features on there on some of the joints. Like I said, they got Nas on the record, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like that's ill. You know what I mean?
I think it's a dope joint. I like it. And just like you said, the Indian base, man, if you check your demographics on like videos and everything, they're gonna be one of your most watched countries. So India is watching a lot of stuff we're doing over here in the US, man.
Yeah, I believe like even Timbaland introduced he was rocking with an Indian. Like I said, potentially the new wave, yo. Crazy. You know what I mean? But want to take this time to introduce our first guest here today, dope trio. Collectively, they are dope in their own right, but coming together as the Circle Only. Welcome Mike Beasy, Trouble in the Flesh, Spency. Y'all feel free to unmute your mics, man. Thank you guys for joining us today. Shout out to homie Will Gamble as well. Plugging the pieces.
What we doing?
We here. What we doing?
Man, the Circle
What's good? How the world living?
What up?
Man,
what up?
We here. We happy to have y'all. You got DJs from all around the country. You know what I mean? So welcome to the call, yo. Like I said, the homie Will was bigging y'all up. So glad to see y'all coming together and get here down with us. So I know Spence, Mike was saying, you guys just touched down South by Southwest.
Yeah, we just got back. I did.
How'd it go? What was the vibe?
I did 17 shows. Oh yeah, I showed my ass the whole week.
As you should.
So yeah, it was great. It was like some mishaps with police. That's about it. Saturday they put me in handcuffs for no reason.
For no reason, Mike.
No reason. They thought I had a pistol on me and it was my phone.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch? You said there was more police out there than patrons this year.
There's more police than people. They had 100 drones in the sky. 100.
It was terrible.
On face recognition.
What's up?
You fired up a blunt, you were gone.
Wow.
They give you $500 ticket, take you to the little jail, and then drop you back off on 6th Street.
Man.
I've never seen that. I've been going South by Southwest. I don't know how many years.
So the rumor bill, you hearing that just the music portion is getting shortened down?
Spin. This is why I told him I'll wait for you to come in so you can explain that to him.
Well, that's why I always say it's important to go to Texas with a plan, right? So every year that I go to South by, I respect all of my DJs. So when I hear that Vertigo's music conference is the day after the end of South by, I'm always there. And if you're familiar with what's going on, then you know that the whole of South by is in that one room at one night. And last night, Monday night was definitely, proof of that, because, when they made the announcement that they wanted to cut South by and they wanted to, pull back on the music aspect of it, Vertigo made, he waited to the peak and he made an announcement, Vertigo Music Weekend, same time in Dallas next year, So now, we have something that's, Austin didn't want hip hop there in the first place.
Nope.
We get it. It's
For
okay.
Film only. Film and media.
Yeah, but that's all right. We do what hip hop has always done, and we grow and we fight through the adversity, and we find somewhere else to go. And shout out Vertigo and Hollywood Baby for putting that together and making sure that we did have somewhere else to go and be continue to grow as artists, so to speak.
Yeah, the Vertigo thing though happens in Dallas, right? That don't happen in Austin, right?
Right, that happens in Dallas.
Okay, word. Well, glad y'all made it back safe. Glad you went and showed out over there, Mike. You know what I mean? It's not like you got busy for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Talk about how you guys collectively come together. Well, first off, where's everybody checking in from?
ATL.
Chicago.
Okay. Cool, man. So speak on how because I know individually y'all get down. Talk about this new venture right here with the Circle Only.
The Circle Only comes with my black ass. No, we went to Florida. We was working, and we've been doing music with each other for a while. So it was like we need to come up with a tape while we were working out there. We just got to the studio every day while we building houses and remodeling the houses. Well, as soon as we get off of work, we right in the booth, nonstop.
Yep.
Like it got so bad. It got to the point where we literally started taking like conversations and stuff that we were hearing in each other's conversations started to be, the basis of the next record that we were recording. And it wasn't like we had to stop and go anywhere. Like the studio is right here. Everything, my favorite rapper and my engineer are right here together. And my producer, because my cousin was there, was coming in and out as well. So it was just one of those things where somebody sauteed all of the perfect things together at the right time, man. And I tell anybody, DJ Holiday just asked me and Beezy at South by for the single, and I'm like, big brother, everything on this whole project can stand alone. It is this whole everything's a single. Pick one.
Holiday grabbed us so fast when he came past. It's just like, oh, y'all here? Yeah, we here. And not playing. I had a way better turnout than I thought it was. I had a way better turnout than I thought it was, and we definitely I went out there to go make a statement for us, for the Circle Only, and we did that, and some.
All right, I could dig it. Well, let's get into a record. Again, the Circle Only is the project itself out now already?
No, we waiting on these people to clear.
Okay. Well, shit. Let's run a record though to give people a little vibe of what they can expect from it. Again, we got Trouble in the Flesh, Spensity, Mike Beastie, Badass, all together there, coming together as the Circle Only. Thank y'all for joining us today, man. Check this one out, y'all. All right. A lot of love in the chat. The Circle Only. Three of y'all coming together, man. Who was singing on the joint?
Me?
Go ahead, Mike.
He's singing.
Very nice. But yeah, because I got to send some other joints. So, but the Circle Only is all three of y'all together collectively, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So talk about even how did y'all come together? Did y'all fuck with each other before?
Yeah, we've been with each other for years. Over about. Well, I met Spin at a basketball game, celebrity basketball game. Oh, but I think I met before that too. But at the basketball game, and when me and him got together, it was just going crazy. I already been working with Trouble, and when Trouble came through, it was just over with. So it just, and we all know each other. We know each other, how we move and know each other's sound. I know they sound before they know they sound. You gotta understand, me being the number one engineer in the world, I've been boosting the engineer 19 years. You gotta look at it. So me and an engineer is starting to focus on us and started just focusing on everybody else.
I could dig it. And Spence, you born and raised Chicago?
No, actually, I'm born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay, well,
I kind of migrated here like after I left Mississippi, after I got out of prison, I left and went to Texas. I went to Austin, and that's where kind of like I met a few guys like Bone, Flip, some of the guys who kind of introduced more of the business of the industry to me. And then, I met my daughter's mom, and that was when I left and moved from, Austin to the Chicago area and started really getting on my grind, started moving around. And that's when I realized the world ain't really that big. That's when Spin went from being a name to a brand, because, up here I got like 4 major highways, and from my house I can leave my house right now, hit Pittsburgh, do a show, and be back in my bed before the end of the night almost. So once you start looking at it like that, I'm hitting 2 or 3 different cities a night, 2 or 3 different shows in different cities a night. And when you put it all together and you're ready to make the big play, you go to Atlanta. So I went to Atlanta, and the first thing I did, I looked for my brother Mike Beasley. Me and Beasley put a song together, and we was out. I forgot where we went to some basketball court, but the moment we went to this basketball court, the Trouble pulls up.
When we did Painting My Heart.
Yeah, Painting My Heart video shoot. So me and Trouble chop it up, and before I know it, me and bro rapping, we listening to each other music at the video shoot. Wind blowing hard as hell, but I'm like, hell no, did you hear what this man just said? Like every bar, I'm hanging on to every bar this man saying like he done Trip. And Dun Trip my favorite rapper, if anybody know. So I'm like, oh no, bro, we gotta work. I'm like, bro, you dope as fuck. He looked me in my face. He's like, nigga, what are you talking about? You dope as fuck. Nigga, you can sing. So it was one of those things where it was
the singing part.
Yeah, it was.
So this is what happened with that. So I'm gonna break this down to y'all. So I had just came from a show or whatever. Oh no, I came from filming. I was filming. And Spin was in town for his birthday. And I seen him on live. I'm like, where y'all at? He like, yo, at crew. I'm like, I'm gonna pull up. And I done pulled up. Me and him, I did a show like the next day, and the nigga Spin gets on top of the couch and he's singing. He's singing this song, and I'm just sitting there like, this nigga got the girls going crazy. I said, hey, bro, who recorded that song? He like, oh, I recorded that like 6 years ago type shit. I'm like, man, let me re-record it. When we re-recorded it and put it back out, it sounds totally different.
And
since we re-recorded, it's been the circle only, exactly.
Since we re-recorded it, bro, I pull up in Texas. I walk down the street. I got some damn good DJs, because I get to Texas and they walking down the street singing the record that I recorded with him called Long Stroke. They love that shit. And I'm walking down the street, these 3 little white girls, she want my long stroke. I'm like, oh shit, they singing my shit over there. And this shit still new to me, that they, that people recognize my work. You know what I'm saying? Damn them recognizing me. That shit cool. But people recognizing my work is still new to me in these cities. So, I'm very humble as far as the craft, and I thank Beezy for putting me in position to, have the quality and bringing some things out of me. Even now, when I record, he's still bringing shit out of me that everybody can't get. So, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not the engineer that just press a button. You understand? I'm the one that guide on the song and yell at you and cuss you out. And look at Boosie. Y'all here wipe me down. Y'all here say I'm crazy. I cussed him out doing them records. So you gotta look at all that. Being cussed out to get on the record, it's gonna make it brings you out instead of you just Oh yeah, that sound all right. No, I'm not one of them. I'm like, no, you can do it better.
That's a fact.
And I can dig it. Real producer shit. Real producer shit. Yeah. No, I can dig it. I'm gonna play this joint real quick, Trouble. They don't want to come to you because you the quiet soldier over there. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna play another one real quick and then we'll come back, man. So again, the circle only hanging out with us. 3 dope individuals coming together, man. Peep this one out. Spin, we got to do this one since you was getting to it. So check this one out, y'all.
Hey.
So I had a relationship one time, and we was kind of rocking, kind of on the ropes. And I just asked her one day, I said, baby, what is it gonna take for me to just come back home and you to let it go? And this is what she told me. She want my long stroke, look me in my eyes and tell me go slow. We got time, we can go all night. We got time, we can go all night. All night. She want my long stroke, look me in my eyes and tell me go slow. We got time, we can go all night. We got time, we can go all night. All night. I can't wait till I get to the crib, girl, I'ma show you some shit. Rubbing and touching your 6, blow on and make you a wish. Aim high cause I'm trying not to miss. Been feeling like the man for a long time. Girl, I had you in my plan for a long time. And all I ever needed was some strong wine. So I hope you understand it's about time. My mama raised a man, so I'm inclined to give you everything that it requires. I ain't the average nigga you've been seeing in the streets, and I ain't the average nigga that you hearing cross the beat. I'm that nigga that your girlfriend tell you always make her scream. I'm that nigga you've been thinking about and seeing in your dreams. I ain't the average nigga you've been seeing in the street, and I ain't the average nigga you've been hearing cross the beat. I'm that nigga that your girlfriend tell you always make her scream. I'm that nigga you've been thinking about and seeing in your dreams. She want my long stroke, look me in my eyes and tell me go slow. We got time, we can go all night. We got time, we can go all night. All night. She want my long stroke, look me in my eyes and tell me go slow. We got time, we can go all night. We got time, we can go all night. All night. How deep can I go? How deep can I go? How deep can I go? There's no giving up, I just want more. There's no giving in, I just want some more. Sticking it all in the rib, saying she want my kids. Got me to running my wheels, checking my bills, cause that's something I never did. Sticking it all in the rib, saying she want my kids. Got me to running my wheels, checking my bills, cause that's something I never did. She want my long stroke, look me in my eyes and tell me go slow. We got time, we can go all night. We got time, we can go all night. All night. How deep she want my long stroke, look me in my eyes and tell me go slow. We got time, we can go all night. There's no giving up, we got time, we can go all night. There's no giving in, I just want some more.
All right, Joe. Little backseat action. Little backseat action right there.
Gotta have an engineer that like to sing.
Super dope. Super dope. No, a lot of love in the chat, man. The fire emojis. Shots to Brooke all night. You know what I'm saying? So that was the joint you was talking about, Mike, that Spin had, you had heard, and then y'all went back in the studio and you put some extra sauce on it?
I made him redo the whole song over.
I could dig it. I could dig it. Spin, with you kind of traveling around different regions, did your sound kind of change up a little bit?
Well, yeah. And that's why it was, I think it was a blessing to get it. First off, it's a blessing to be able to be accepted in so many cities. But the fact that, I was able to continue to preach love, happiness, togetherness through music, whether I was rapping or whether I was able to sing or be nasty with it. You know what I'm saying? My first record that actually did any numbers was My Little Eater. It starts, that's my little slut. She let me put my finger in her butt. But people, people resonated with that everywhere, bro. And, trail riding, and I'm huge down, I'm huge on going to Texas and spreading the word. So I make some, I have something for Texas. I have something for Pittsburgh and the East Coast. I got something for Chicago. A lot of
shit for so long. And now bringing in more of me being an artist, I had number one single, Mr. Him, for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? They still pushing that record to this day like it's just new. But it was like, when we start working, I'll be downstairs, whether these niggas are tired or not. I'll be downstairs making a song or coming up with a song. Somebody jump up like, hey, let me get on that. Let me do this. That's just
he ain't gonna tell them why. He ain't gonna tell them why. This nigga looked at me one day, y'all, and told me he swung the sledgehammer one time, looked me in my eyes and said, hey, bro, the sledgehammer don't work.
Hey, I tried to tell him there was a user. It was a user default.
Manual error.
But see, my thing was I had been hearing about. So okay, let me give you a little bit about me. I used to work for T.I. for a long time. My brother was one of the guys that got shot in Cincinnati when Falant got killed. I stayed in Tip House and everything. So now I do a lot of work with 50. But I had been hearing about Mike Beasley for the longest because I got a couple homies and did songs with him. So my homie came to Atlanta, D-Tay, the guy that's beefing with Young Buck. He's on G Unit South. He's like, man, I'm shooting a video in Atlanta, bro. I definitely need you to be in it. So when I pulled up, I met Mike Beasley. Then they was trying to get me to go to South by Southwest one year. And I was like, man, I ain't trying to go down there and perform in front of a bunch of artists. So I just went anyway, just to have some fun. Ran into Mike Beasley again. That time, we locked in. And ever since them 3 years ago at South by Southwest, we've been locked in.
Thanks. See, I be everywhere they is and they ain't. Just take the R out of free, bitch. I cost the fee.
A fact.
Nah, I could dig it. Well, congrats to you guys, man. It's super dope, man. Just turning multiple hustles to make the dream happen, man. Super ill. You know what I mean? So I know Will put this play together. So Will, do you want to drop in the chat like is the circle only gonna be its own collective thing, or y'all moving separately? Have y'all built a site or a page around the group itself only yet, or what we doing?
Yeah, we working on doing a collective. We all individual artists, but we finna focus on this particular project.
Right.
All right, word. So what's our timeline as far as when we hoping everything get cleared?
Shit, by next week.
Okay. I could dig it.
I'm on these folks. We ain't playing because we're getting right. We just distribution company reached out to us. Maverick. We were supposed to drop it on the 12th. It still haven't dropped because they had to get the name cleared or whatever. So I had to get the cover changed for it to say The Circle instead of The with THE. And then I just finally, Rock Nation, they shit was down for a minute. And now they back up, and then they reached out. So we might end up doing it with them.
Oh, actually distribute through Rock Nation?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, that'd be a good look. Man. Hell yeah. All right, man. Well, listen, we thank you guys for joining us. Will, I see you right there, man. Please tap in.
I was going to say, as soon as the album get cleared, I'll definitely get you the singles, brother. And I appreciate you, King. Much love, y'all.
No, without a doubt. Yep. No, I'm glad you guys could come on, man. Listen, still important for the DJs, homie. So, I mean, I don't think you need to be told that. You still out there South by Southwest, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I know the legwork, man. So, congrats to all of you. Mike, congrats on the Grammy. That's big. That's gonna step yesterday's prices is not today's prices. You know what I mean?
I know, see, you're saying it wrong. You said, do we gotta tell them Spin? Do we gotta tell them Trouble? It's take the R out of free. Bitch, I cost the fee.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Find
I
it,
can dig
fix
it. Hell yeah.
We want to
Take
say
the
we
art-
appreciate y'all for having us, big brother. You know, we know it's major when y'all allow us to come to your platform, bro. Like, we still tip our DJs. You know what I'm saying? We still take our DJs out for a drink, and we want to know how they doing and how their kids doing. So, you know, we don't take it lightly that y'all spent this time with us, brother. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Nah,
really
no doubt.
appreciate this.
Nah, love y'all. Congratulations, and definitely we'll be looking for the project as a whole to drop. The Circle Only is the title of the collective. Everybody look out for it as soon as they get that clearance. Hopefully next week, right, Mike?
yes. Next week,
Yep. And again, take the R out the free.
out free. Bitch, I cost the fee.
Cost you a fee. You know what I mean? That's the line for the day. You know what I mean? Hey, feel free to stay on, fellas. We got another dope guest joining us, actually out of Chicago. So if y'all can hang out, man, feel free.
Yeah,
Kick
we
back
will.
and
we
like I
here.
said, if you guys want to drop your like socials or anything in the chat so people can stay connected, please do. But Chef, we coming right to you next. We're gonna play a joint. Check this out, y'all. Like it's time we stop the separation of like Christian hip hop and hip hop, because that can be right in the same rotation with anything, but we get a better message. You know what I mean?
Why not? Why not? The kid walks his own path, man. I like him. He stands on what he believes, and he's pushing forward. So shout out to D1. Happy to have had him on the call.
Yeah, I mean, and he's you know, it's motivating a new younger generation of hip hop. You know, and like I said, I don't even like to use the word Christian hip hop because they'll tell you, you know, we don't do Christian hip hop. We just hip hop artists that are Christian. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So because a lot of it just be reality rap. They just spin facts. You know what I mean? It's just because it's not op shit or whatever. Like it's not pushed to the mainstream. But I just feel like in this day and age of like you can't tell me you can't hear that song next to a Boosie or next to, you know, Juvenile. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just you get a different message.
I think it's needed, man. It's definitely needed. It's time. Hip hop's like, you know, it's going through this other awakening, which is just another layer, and it can only help us, man. So I'm with it.
No, we talk about the balance all the time. So I just, like I said, I don't even feel like Christian hip hop needs to be separate no more, because they are actually getting down on some super hard beats, but just spitting that, you know. So yeah. So salute to D1. You know what I mean? Flipping the gangster. I want to welcome our next guest. Friend to the platform, no doubt, a veteran in the game, from movies to songwriting to producing to an artist himself. Back at it, man. So one time for the chef himself, Chef Sean. Welcome back to the platform, my brother. After you finish your test.
Man, thank you. What's up, man?
How you doing, fam? How you doing? How you still out here on the West Coast?
Yeah, I am.
That's right. I hear through you know, a little birdie, we stepping back in the film a little bit.
Yes, yeah. I produced. Well, you know, I was the music director on it as well too. But helped produce a documentary for George Daniels. He's a music icon from Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, and I hopped in Trenches Part 2 and 3. So. Gotta check that out too. But yeah, you know, just try to stay busy, man.
Yeah, for anybody who is not familiar with Sean, you know, roots early in the movies, film as a kid, being a part of Jason's Lyric, you know, definitely dope artist in his own right. So interestingly enough, because I'm glad we got you on at this time, because South by Southwest seems to be making a change moving forward, where they're gonna have more emphasis on film and tech and a little bit less of the music. So are you seeing the shift that's creating you more want to kind of dive back into film, or it's just a whole collective of creative for you?
You know, honestly, I never wanted to stop film. You know, I kind of like being, you know, I don't know if we talked about it before, you know, music, you get to be yourself. You know, film, you playing a character, playing somebody else. So, you know, I kind of like being myself, but, you know, I was always open for film, but now I'm being a little bit more aggressive, I could say.
And you taking a little different role, right? Behind the camera and stuff like that. So that opens up a lot of the I guess yourself in the director path, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So right now I can just say, man, been blessed, just doing what I do. I got a new album coming out soon. I got an album coming out for the documentary. So that's 2 albums on the way. And No Name, it just been doing crazy numbers as of lately. So, I'm just I'm excited about everything.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, and I think Real Spill, like bringing both of those creatives together, that's a win-win, man. When you can actually be the director of the project and then you got the musical score as well.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
big. Not many people could say that. So congratulations. Congratulations indeed. So let's talk about this joint with Jeremiah. Because No Name was already out, right? Without the feature.
Yeah. I did No Name with Saya.
Yeah. For sure. Okay. Good to hear Jeremiah again, though, you know what I mean? Because I know he had kind of dipped away for a little bit, and then over these past couple of years, starting to hear him sit back on some records. But you and Jeremiah go back, right?
Yeah, man. We both from the crib, so that's a good brother, man. I the birthday sex song. I think I had some kids to this.
I think a lot of people have, if I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouts to Jeremiah. We did a collab with him top of last year in the push of his wine, because he's pushing his birthday sex wine out there, you know what I mean? So got to collab with him on that. So good shit.
Shout out.
Yeah. So let's go on and get into the record, man. I know you moving into grooving. So shouts to the homie Brahma Bull, of course. Bringing you back. I know friends of the platform right here, Chef. So check this one out,
y'all. Bringing me back. You know what I'm saying?
No, we here. We here. Whenever you want to come drop some music, man, we here. Like I said, friend to the platform, so it's all love. So again, No Name was already out this time around, y'all. The remix with Jeremiah. Check this out. That's ill.
Yeah.
That is ill. Yes, sir, man. Yeah. So you're running through Empire right now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, word. So everything all independent, doing what you do. Yes. Shouts to C Styles, Groovy Movie. I'm still waiting for my hoodie. See, you know what I mean? Let me know when that's in a play. Okay, so go ahead, see.
I tell everybody, man, if you're going to use a sample, it's got to be as good as or better than. My guy, you did that sample justice. I ain't even gonna lie. If I say it's a groovy movie, it's something special, man. So
thank you.
I'm putting a stamp of approval on it. It's a groovy movie, goddammit.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And the hoodies and the t-shirts for the groovy movie are on the way.
All right. I heard you say it like a month ago. You know what I mean?
Nah, we in the production now.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, Brittany, that was No Name. The song again originally was out before with another artist. Is now on Jeremiah with the remix. So, since we brought you up, what's up, Miss Cherry?
Okay, so I love No Name. I've been a fan of her music for a while, just because she's actually says something on the record. And being that I was on radio in Chicago, it was just a lot of people just loving her work that she puts in. So I'm happy to see something with her that is this fire, especially with the Alicia Keys sample. So I just wanted to say I love it. That's all.
Who exactly are you talking about, though?
Yeah, No Name was the name of the song, Britt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why I said, is it No Name the artist? That's why I asked. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Oh, yes. I thought you were referencing the title of the song, because you said that was
No, the title of the song is okay. Sorry.
Yes,
Let me bring it back. The title, I still love the song. I love the sampling with Alicia Keys. And I love the message. I love Jeremiah on it. My apologies.
My bad.
So from a woman's perspective, Brittany, what was the message? Because I know what I heard.
I mean, I guess I'm thrown. So don't come back to me after I gather myself. I'm thrown.
Because to my understanding, Chef, that was an incident that went down and you don't even know her name.
Yeah, it was actually a good incident. I still can't think of her name.
I mean, well,
I love the message.
Maybe she doesn't want to be known. I mean,
hey, maybe she didn't care about my name either.
Maybe she didn't care.
Nah, but it could be she didn't care about my name, and don't worry about her.
It could have been a mutual understanding. We don't know each other's names.
Exactly. That's why the record was fun to me. So it wasn't derogatory. It was mutual.
Yeah, no, that's smooth, sexy shit right there, man. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So, and I think having Jeremiah on it just gave it just that little bit of extra sauce that it's,
Man,
you know what I mean? Because that's Jeremiah's lane right there, you know?
Yeah, he came through and killed it. We did a video for it. The video is hot.
Okay. Is that out already, or when's that dropping?
Yeah, that video's out.
Okay. Okay.
You can
Dope.
go find
dope.
it right now. Yeah, it's dope.
All right. And then you said this is all part of an EP coming, or that song's gonna be on the George Daniels soundtrack you were talking about?
It's a bonus track on my new album that's coming out. The album's called The Way Up. So not like on the way up, but the way up, like on the scale. So we putting everything on the scale.
All right, I could dig it. When's the drop of the album lined up for?
Honestly, I pretty much I could say coming soon, but definitely by the 1st of May. I'm aiming for the May 1st.
Okay, wonderful. Go ahead, C. You on mute, brother?
Well, I tell you, I do that too much. Anyway, just continuing from. I feel like we're continuing from the energy last time you was on the call. Just we went crazy for the original, and now the remix is even better, which is actually a great sign. I shout out to Jeremiah. I love the fact that it's a Chicago connection. My question was about how's the record doing? I know you mentioned it was doing well, but are we talking at a radio level, or is it more social? Where's the energy coming from for the record? That's my part one question.
I saw a peak, honestly, like on Instagram, but it's mainly social media that I saw a peak recently, and I was like, damn, because I put the song out a minute ago, and I put out other things, and like I just got kind of like a peek on social media, like they just found out about this, So I'm just excited, it got found somehow. I don't know, but I saw that it has been gaining a little attention on social media, so I'm ready to repush. That's why I said I'm dropping it on as a bonus track on my new album.
Dope, man. Yeah, because it's an instant go. Like we heard, like there shouldn't be too many people, and of course, I'm still leaning towards radio as well. Like that should deny that record. So I feel like not just Chicago, but the whole Midwest, and slowly growing out of there. Steve Styles in Atlanta. Raymond's in San Diego or California, Southern California. I'm in New York. Everybody on this call sort of feels it. So I'm hoping that it's getting the love that it deserves, especially from the radio side. My second question was like, being that it's a Chicago connection, are you planning on making more records with Chicago? And the reason why I'm asking is because we recently had Shauna on here, and she had a dope record that was like, it was just a dope record. And I'm seeing like other artists from Chicago that have dropped records. Is there still that connection? And are you planning to make more records with some more of your hometown people?
Yeah, definitely. I I do things kind of off the vibe, but every time I go home, man, we got to get in the studio. I got a joint coming out on the documentary album with King Louis, so that's one of them. Just gonna keep working. Got OK Deezy from Chicago, super dope artist. So I got songs with him coming out on the documentary. So yeah, definitely. And yeah, and honestly, OK Deezy is he wanted to be reckoned with. So I'm excited about all the work. But yes, Chicago, definitely. K Venom, Hari Moncler. Yeah, definitely got some joints with some Chicago artists coming.
Yeah, and there's a new wave of what they call in sexy drill, Chef. So start tapping in with that, you know what I mean? Because it fit in that lane, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey man, you gonna love this new album, man. The way up.
I'm already knowing. I can't wait to hear this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Good shit.
I might give you like a sneak listening.
I'm just gonna have to go pull up on you in LA, bro. We can just sit down and listen to this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Let's do it, man. I'll let you know when I got the next studio session.
All right, for sure, man, for sure. So, so top of May, we're hoping for the album. The documentary itself, is that out already, or is that coming soon too?
Right now, working on the distributor. Might be Hulu or Netflix. I think we're gonna end up with Netflix, so which would be great. So as soon as we got that tied, it should be dropping like right away. Because everything's ready. The album's ready to drop, so it's in the making. It should be before May, so I'll let you know when they got it up on that homepage.
All right, for sure, man. Well, listen, Chef, always love to you, bro. Thank you again. You're welcome back anytime. You already know what it is, man. Especially, you want to come back and play some more records off the upcoming album as we get closer to May. Definitely want to look out for the documentary as well, and just much respect, man, on an illustrious career from a young buck to now, man. It's great to see still doing what you love and still going at this man strong. So, again, big inspiration.
Man, appreciate it. And if I could say one more thing, man,
get it.
I forgot to say I did just get casted as like a lead role in this newfound world. Some like a spacecraft, alien, spaceship movie. So I got some sci-fi work coming.
Okay.
So I'm excited
That's
about
big.
that.
Hell yeah. Where we go? Is that gonna hit streaming platforms, or is that actually gonna hit the theaters?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's gonna hit the theaters. So
fire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, listen, Brahm, if you still on, if I don't know if you've done it already, if you want to drop Chef's socials and everything like that, or websites or whatever, so people can tap in, or people want other drops or whatever. But thank you as always, man, for coming on. You know what I mean? Like I said, always dope to catch up with you, friend to the platform, no doubt. And I'm probably gonna be out your way next week, man. So I'm probably gonna tap in with you and see if I can get to those sneak peek of the listen.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, yeah, Brahma, drop them all the shit, man. I know you got it.
All right, yo. Much love. Feel free to hang out if you got time, because we got another dope guest coming up next, who I just seen tapping in the building, Charles B. Real. So check this one out, yo, and then we will come to Charles next. Much love. Pop Top 45. So Usher is stepping into his mogul bag. That is actually the new artist Paradise that Usher has signed. He recently signed Jaden as well, if you guys are familiar with that other song, Aha, featuring 310 Baby. Tell me, though, that didn't sound like Justin Bieber 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was like a search commercial for a second.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Like, California, the palm trees, people skating and hanging out and shit. That's...
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was Bruno Mars at first.
Right? Yeah. No, so it's a trip because let me give you another just small piece of this other joint, because like Usher's good with this and this all makes sense that he would sign him. Trip out on this real quick.
I mean, look what he did with Justin Bieber.
That's why I say this feel like Bieber 2.0, yo. This feel like Bieber 2.0.
Word.
Wait, take the sound back.
Oh, I'm not playing the song, huh? My bad.
Play the sound. Take the sound back.
It's coming through. All right, I just want to give a sample, like I said, because two different, style of songs, right? But that's why I say it feel like Bieber 2.0, because Bieber could do that too, right there.
That was groovy in itself, right there, just for that little clip.
I was gonna say I like that a lot. Like that was a lot. That was dope.
So either way, like I said, Usher just signed him. I know that was helped through L.A. Reid. So Usher got two new acts under his belt right now. That's Dude Paradise and that other act, Jaden. So
Yeah,
look out.
This new label that Usher and L.A. Reid put together, they got a couple of arsenals under their bag right now. They getting back to the groovy movie like it should have been. Like, yeah.
Indeed. So, and the cool part is, like I said, I've heard 2 songs already from Jaden, because Jaden got a ballad too. So both these cats can really blow.
I heard about Jaden. Matter of fact, I just put 2 of his joints on like 2 of my previous mixtapes. So yeah, I heard about Jaden. Yeah, Jaden is crazy.
Yeah. Jaden actually was a part of the live rendition of Lion King, I come to find out. And then now diving off into music, you know what I mean? So
word.
But yeah, man, look, like I said, Usher gonna step into the mogul bag, you know?
And now, and who they distributed by? Because I think I just saw that too.
Video. They're going through video.
Video. Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay. Man, shout out to the music. It's getting better and better, man. We went through
I'm saying, remember we was so down on music for a minute, but we started to get some shit out here.
We were saying it's gonna do a 360, and look at what's happening.
Well, that shit. That's a perfect segue.
I'm all here for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, perfect segue to our next artist, man. Who shout out to D Train. I don't know if he's on, but about 2 weeks ago, we was kicking it, and D Train sent me a record. And he's like, "Hey, check this out." And I listened to it, and I was like, "Yo, talk about a breath of fresh air." Just something that was totally unexpected, and it made me immediately pick up and call another friend named Adrian, and he spun back, and it's this artist, Charlie Be Real. And I was just like, yo, this guy, what's going on? And I just started going down the rabbit hole, and he's here. He's here today. Shout out to Charlie. Charlie, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm great.
Yeah, man, you look relaxed, man. Are you in the studio?
Yep.
Nice, man. Nice. Where's the studio located?
Eagle Rock, California.
Okay.
LA County.
All right, no doubt. Which is home, Cali, I believe.
Yeah.
Right,
Pasadena
cool.
to be exact.
Good, man. Well, first of all, how you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm working. I'm excited about my music that I got coming out. Snoop Dogg is doing a gospel album that I'm overseeing. I got a new album ready to go as well. I'm excited about these shows I got coming out, and I'm excited about the album that just came out.
So I'm gonna tell you, man, I feel like you're known but not known. So I really want to start from the beginning, man, because you have a whole history of in music, and I really want to start at the beginning. So how did this all start for you? How did you get into music? Where did the love start? And then how did that progress into becoming, even before now, a player in the music business?
Man, it all started in church, man. My grandfather was a pastor, and he had a lot of kids, and all of his kids either preached or played instruments. So I came up wanting to do that, started on the drum, start singing. Then I picked up the guitar, which led me to have, like, my cousins. We was a band. And Donnie McClurkin came to our church when I was around 13, took us on the road. So I got experience playing on the road with Donnie McClurkin, famous gospel singer. And then my brother, Kenny Burrell, was he the one that taught me how to produce. And he taught me the business of the music industry. And then about that time, I did this concert in LA. It was a midnight musical. We had midnight musicals back in the day. And Nissan Stewart is a great MD. He plays for a lot of different people. He produces as well. He was asking me, he's like, "Man, do you want to play in Aaliyah's band?" I was like, "Yeah." So my brother, putting it down and showing me the ropes, and a mixture of Nissan and introduced me to Aaliyah. I met Timberland. I was able to write music with Missy and be in that camp. So that kind of, like, as soon as I graduated high school, that exposed me to a whole nother world. And then also I live in LA. So around that whole journey, I met guys like my peers were like Terrace Martin and Thundercat and uh, Rapture, Nissan Stewart, 1500. That was younger than me, but Brody Brown, who did um, Bruno Mars's album, we all knew each other from church. Everybody's just kind of like being known in different pockets, but we all used to jam together back in the day. So with all that being said, I had an amazing like journey in music from all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast.
And this is prior to what's happening now.
Oh, way prior.
Wow.
This is back in the day. Yeah, like some of the biggest writers I taught how to produce or used to live with me, or you know what I'm saying? It was just an LA culture. We all from the church.
Yeah. And then when did you so that's like one level. Then when did you cross into more, I would say, secular music? Do you remember the first record that you sort of produced or you got, or first artist you started working with that was outside of the church?
Oh yeah. So around that time when I was playing for Aaliyah, I did a deal with EMI and Warren Campbell, that's all. I mean, even though he did Mary, we was doing secular records. My biggest record around that time was My Love Is Like Whoa. I produced that with Missy Elliott. And all around that same time, shout out to Jay Brown. He was my manager. We did I did Tweet's albums. Um, did Jamie Foxx, Do What It Do, Chris Brown, Falling Down. I produced Kelly Rowland's her first solo project as well. So all around that time, I had a nice little production run in the secular world.
Man, amazing, man. Word up. Shout out to you, man. I want people to know the history, and how you get to where you are today, which is like I said, I think it's a great energy. It's a
But that doesn't mean the end for the jacket.
I'm gonna ask for more like the bridge, I guess, to Death Row, with and this new Death Row. Which shout out to the chain. The chain is blinging. Everybody's going crazy in the chat. Shout out to the Death Row chain.
Sure.
But this new Death Row, which is so versatile, it's just a versatile label. I love the fact that it's not in a box. But how'd you connect?
This studio actually, Eagle Rock Studios, my man Joseph Lineberg, he produced How Much a Dollar Costs for Kendrick Lamar. So I was already a fan of him and listening to his production and his album, right? And the music that I'm doing, I needed like instrumentation, like horns, string arrangers and all that. So me and Joseph got together. We arranged and scored the whole album together. But he used to play for Snoop Dogg. He was in the Snoopadelics. I knew Snoop just from being in LA. So and I worked prior to that, I worked on his first gospel album with my cousins. And he was like, "Hey man, you got Dog number?" I was like, "Nah, I don't got his new number." He was like, "Man, this would be perfect, man. Like, I think that you should connect with him." So he shot me his number, and then I sent Snoop like 3 records, and he sent back. He was like, "Man, I want these." He was like, "Man, how are we gonna make this happen?" I was like, "Man, it makes sense to me because I saw what he was doing with October London. I saw, like." Knowing him, I know his playlists. I know what he listens to, so I know it's gonna work, and I know he's gonna value what I'm bringing to the table. So it was a no-brainer.
Well, you know what? We're gonna stop talking right there. We're gonna play a couple of joints. Actually, gonna play one joint and come back. So that way they understand what we're talking about. This is Charlie Be Real. Check out this record. We're gonna come back and talk some more New Music Wednesday. Let's do it. I'm gonna let C Styles go in first because
Motherfucking wow. Listen, groovy, goddamn movie. I always say, if you're gonna do something soulful like that, it's gotta be worth it. Like you gotta put it in and you gotta do the research to make this type of classic music. Like we was just talking about it, like Shy Lights, Delphonics, you know what I'm saying? Even old Temptation stuff, like it takes you back to a soul groove. Now, my question is, with all the other Death Row R&B artists that's on the roster, like Jane Hancock and everybody else, like you said, October London. Are you doing something with them as well as far as your label mates?
Yeah, so when I first got there, I produced a song on October's new album. It's called "Don't Waste My Time," and then with Jane, I got one on her new record that's coming out as well.
Because a lot of people sleep on Jane as well.
Oh man,
like Jane Hancock is a goddamn problem too. Like he said, like Snoop got a lot of dope R&B artists on Death Row right now. And I'm happy to say, Charles, groovy movie, my brother. Groovy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go with it.
Well, there's a couple things. Number one, I know a song's a hit when I'm singing it before it's over and I never heard it before. You know, or I've heard it once and I'm already singing it. You know, that's
big facts. By the time the second chorus has come, you're already singing it.
Period. Wow. Period. Number two, you would think because you got a lot of DJs on, right? You know, everybody's like, oh, gotta be up tempo, gotta be this and that. But this is what people saying in the chat. 1, off rip. 2, real music. 3, emojis, fire emojis, 100s emojis. Sounds like a live performance. For the soul. Death Row music. Dusty grooves. Groovy movie. Layers on layers of instruments. Sounds like New Temptations. Stylistics heavy. Griselda about to have a field day sampling him. Soulful. Facts. Giving 80s, 90s vibes. Loving it. Delphonic. Shy Lights. There's a spark of magic in your eyes. What else? It's wild what's been sampled from this era of classic sound. So we talk about new samples. I'm talking about money on top of money. Doja Holland. It's been beautiful in terms of the response from everybody, man. And this is natural, bro. So, you know, shout out to you for daring to be that. You know what I mean? My question though is, through this all, your music, if you listen to the history, you're talking about Tweet, right? I worked for Electro when Tweet came out. Jay Brown's my man. Or that sound don't sound like this. So my question is, where did you find the courage to find yourself musically and find your own sound?
Man, as y'all know, music is really competitive and it's cliquish and it's about timing. So I was getting frustrated that, like, you know, things wasn't happening the way I wanted them, you know, how fast I wanted them to happen. And then I had to keep it real with myself. Like everybody's good. Like everybody in some type of way, if you on the radio, you getting placements, you pretty good, right? And for me, I never felt like even with all those records that I done, I felt like I never really, that's like 15% out of 100. I knew I could take it further. And then one day I had this epiphany. I was like, man, why, if I can play multiple instruments and I've been playing guitar since I was 10 years old, why would I do the same thing as a Mike Will made it? I can't outbeat a Atlanta guy doing Mike Will made it beats or a Timbaland beat or a Dr. Dre beat. So I said, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna use my instrumentation. I'm gonna go to the max and just be in my own lane, because that's what God gave me. You know what I mean? So when I did that, I started going back and my playlist was changing. I just realized, I was like, man, ain't nothing new under the sun. Them cats in the 70s and you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, they took it to the, I mean, it don't really get no better than that. That's where hip hop started. We sampled those records. A lot of the best records we sampled. So I just started studying that, and I'm like, I'm more of that than I am any of the new guys, and which are amazing. Like I love I love Alchemist. Like he one of my favorite producers. I love Dilla. Shout out to Mike Will Made It and Mustard is killing it with Kendrick, and it's so many dope producers. But I'm like, I'm not gonna outdo them because they doing what they do. That's who they are. So let me find my bag. So this is my bag. I feel at home and make me happy. I understand it. I could do this in my sleep. You know what I mean? And I love it. I love play. I loved it when I first did it. I had a ball making this album.
And that's what you call finding yourself musically. That's it. When it's not work, you know what I mean? And you can, like you said, you can do it in your sleep. That's you've done something that I dare say 95% of artists haven't ever figured out. 95%. Real talk. All right. I want to play some more music, man. The album is out. What you want to hear?
Let's play Energy. It's
Okay.
It's an up tempo.
All right, let's do it. If you don't know, this is Charlie Be Real, Death Row Records. And we're gonna play this record, Energy, right now. Check it out. Yeah, we're back. Energy, new music. Shout out to J-Mo and the greats. Who are they?
J-Mo is he's a producer, artist that like we started getting together around 2016. He did my last album with me as well. And that's just my boy. We both on the same frequency. So, you know, that he the only feature on the album. It's only right. You know what I mean? We kind of started this journey together.
Awesome, man. Man, there's so much. My last question before I let Queen Bee ask hers is so is this a completely like live album? This has to be a completely live album.
Yeah, everything is recorded. So it was done in a studio, but it was just done like how, you know, we made music back in the day where everything is an instrument.
Everybody jamming.
Yeah. But it's controlled though. It's scored. Like me and Joseph, like I said, me and Joseph Lineberg scored everything. Brought in the musicians, told them what to play, and I played guitar, bass, and drums on pretty much every song. And Joseph did the horns. Shout out to Daru. No, Daru wasn't on it. Tehran played drums on this album. Aaron Frazier played drums on this album on a couple of songs, and then my guy Eden. He plays the strings. He played on a couple joints, and Sean on sax, and Ryan Porter on trombone, and we kind of just came together.
Well, everybody's going crazy for it, man. I hope the vinyl's coming. I hope the remixes are coming. That being said, Queen Bee, it's your thing.
Hello, my name is Queen Bee out of Hartford, Connecticut. I just want to just say that you're doing an outstanding job. This is a wonderful, wonderful piece of work. Definitely heard of you, and your song is on rotation on one of my platforms. So I just like it's refreshing. You know, it's like nostalgia, you know, you bringing it in to R&B. And I heard your song. I was like, it got an old school vibe to it. But, I was like, I'm going to stand on it because a lot of people don't know about this music. We assume being that we're, of age, or we may have been from the church or like, our families may be from the South, that everybody know about the Delphonics or, Curtis Mayfield, but they don't. So you are really introducing people to live music, live band. And I definitely can see that, we're going to be restored.
Thank you.
So thank you. I have anything else to say? Just keep on keeping the music alive, spreading your word, like, platforms like this, and just going out playing live music.
I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quantum.
Yo, peace, man. Real quick question. Just listening to what I have heard, do you ever or have ever collaborated with Adrian Young?
Nah, but he heard the record before it came out, and we definitely was talking about getting together.
Okay. I was wondering because I know he has that type of sound as well, where he can kind of delve into, kind of that analog sound. And I know he actually utilized, or DJ Premier, I should say, utilized a lot of his instruments for that Royce the 5'9" record, to where it was like they didn't have to go back and sample other people. They got it straight from him. Has that ever been something with you? Like people have come to you already, or is your name out there yet to where they're looking to possibly sample what you do, or putting a project together where your new compositions are to be sampled for like hip hop reasons or whatever, or what have you?
Man, actually, it's probably because a lot of people don't know this album is out yet, so I haven't really got a lot of that. Premier has sampled a record I did with Tweet before, but like I said, I don't think a lot of people know this album is out, but that's the plan, man. I would love that because I love hip hop, and I love like Griselda and what they're doing. I like to hear rappers on music. That's why I really loved Pimp a Butterfly album. So I hope, man, that'll be awesome if that does happen.
You speaking my language, man. You speaking my language. Pimp a Butterfly is I was just, because it just turned 10 years old last week, and had to return to that, man. Just looking at the instruments and who was working on it, Terrence on there. It was a lot. He did a lot, man. But this is dope, man. I like what Death Row is doing. I like what Snoop is doing, man. So shout out to you, man. Good vibes.
Man, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. Earl.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Charlie, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on?
Doing well. I can't complain. Definitely nice to connect with you. Just wanted to, show appreciation for the music. I think that I mentioned it in the chat, but like artists like you who follow their own path, like there's no traffic in that. You know what I mean? It's just super refreshing to see you as an artist and you as a musician as well, not necessarily like sacrifice the quality of your music or the integrity of your music to like chase trends and whatnot. So I just wanted to shout you out on that. DL had mentioned something in the chat, just like, how do we get this to blow up? I was like just checking your IG and YouTube and whatnot, and I was just curious, like, do you still have like visuals that you're looking to come out with, and maybe not necessarily like music videos as a whole, like 3-4 minute piece, but my bad if you want to answer that question. I'm not trying to like over talk on that. Like
no, those are good things. Yeah, I do. I have more visuals. I just signed two like deals. Like I have a booking agent now, and a manager. So you're gonna see more consistency on like even just BTS or how I made it, on who I know. Like I just did a show with Terrence Martin and Kamasi Washington.
That's incredible.
You know what I mean? It's footage just so people can start seeing like what I do what it looks like in a day and how I make the music.
Facts. I mean, if I could just offer like a polite suggestion, because I'm not trying to, step on your rollout or anything, but one of my favorite bands, I don't know if you're familiar with them, These Sacred Souls.
Yeah.
Diego.
Yeah.
I was listening to Can I Call You Rose and all those other joints like way before it became like a cultural popular phenomenon.
Yeah.
And like a lot of that got clicking off of TikTok, which I personally am not a fan of TikTok because I don't know if it really installs like fans in a real way, but it is what it is. But something that in general, just like shooting foggy raw videos, you know what I mean? Like having 4 different 1-minute clips to the same song that you really might not even have to hire a director for. Stuff like that gets it moving. Just talking with a colleague of mine over at YouTube, something that he was mentioning was like, instead of artists going for long form 4-minute, 5-minute videos, creating a frequency of just 1-minute clips. You know what I'm saying? If it's like one song every 2 weeks, you got 2 minutes to the song on Monday and Wednesday, and another 2 minutes next Monday and Wednesday, and you fill it in with your other content and stuff. I might be telling you something you already heard before.
No, I've seen that. Now that's a good idea. I have seen like you said, I've been following Sacred Souls too. Like that song was popping like, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And when I got on TikTok, I was noticing that. I was noticing a lot of the artists are doing that. So thank you for that, because I'm trying to do as much as I can for this music to be heard, because I know it's not the most popular music. So everything counts. So I appreciate that, man.
No doubt. And yeah, just whether it's the instrumentation, people watching, like with that energy song, that could be an easy 1 minute clip of a beautiful person, a beautiful girl, like going about her day, getting ready for work, just real life shit. And it could just, excuse my language, it could just be like a 1 minute clip. But I could see something like that naturally going viral without you having to do something corny, without you having to step outside yourself. You know what I mean? I think everything you got is incredible, bro. So just full support.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Errol. Yep.
Man, this is what it's all about, figuring out how to crack the code, especially with quality stuff, man. I can't even front. Shout out to Adrian. He just pulled up. I know he's in the big body Bentley. You know what I mean? I appreciate him taking some time from, hanging out. I will say this, because we did say it in the chat. And thank you, Earl, for that, because I think that was a dope suggestion. On the audio file side of it, where it's not as viral as TikTok, but it's its own virality, is definitely, people love vinyl, man. And this is one of them projects that will make people actually tap in via vinyl, and maybe limited, maybe not, don't make it so available. Make it so that, damn, you got one of Charlie's albums on wax. It's something that sort of drive people a little bit crazy, that they can't get an authentic piece.
Incoming.
Say that again.
Incoming.
Okay, there you go. I love that. That's what's up. All right, Adrian, I should have never questioned. But anyway, that's definitely one for sure. And then the other thing I was thinking about is, I love live sessions. And I don't know if you ever just jam out or have a plan to do that, but that on YouTube Live, or that being recorded, is just another way. I loved Earl's suggestion, because I think the micro content strategy is awesome. But I also like to just see, I like when cats is just jamming and I can just tap in and get a vibe, Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, want some Tiny Desk shit. Like, you definitely Tiny Desk, but I just like doing, the other side of it. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, not even to jump in. Sorry. I think, the instrumentation is so crazy. Even if it's just like a 15-second clip or a minute-long clip, just showing people how you played that riff. You know what I mean? Just like not teaching them, but being a bit more technical. So like it allows people to like lose themselves in your universe. Just any of these like small things to get them, getting the ears to it. Once the ears get to it, I'm sure everybody's gonna love it. And not like I'm some marketing genius, but I've seen this work time and time again with quality artists.
And respect, bro. Thank you.
So now you got the this project. Obviously, we're gonna help you push it, and we'll help get it out there. Because C-Style said something that's really simple. Service to DJs with the digital content is fine. I don't think people know. They just don't know, and that's gonna go crazy. So we have to do that. But outside of that, what's your plans coming into this beautiful spring, into the summer? Are you gonna be on the road? Are you gonna be doing some other things? What you got going on?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on the road. I just linked up with Adrian. We're starting that now. Shout out to Dennis. He's my new agent, and we definitely gonna hit the road. And I got a lot more new music that I just want y'all to hear, and I can't wait to just play these records for people. So that's first priority, is to get to your city, wherever your city is at. I want to pull up.
Well, let's play one more song before we let you go, man. We gotta keep you on for a second, man. You got everybody going crazy. They hype, they happy.
And I'm here.
What you want to hear?
Appreciate the love. Shoot, I probably play the second single that came out. It's shout out to the fire victims in Pasadena and stuff. It's hard out here in LA. I wrote a song about people coming out here to LA trying to make it, and I've seen it so many times where LA could be so fake with people, and then they end up losing their mind. So a song called LA.
Okay, hold on.
Walk with the Father. My fault. I'm trying.
Okay, yeah. All right, I got that. Say no more. All right, let's get into it. Check this out. Again, Charlie Be Real is his name. Check him out and check this out.
Can we say it? Can we say it?
Say what?
It's a goddamn groovy movie right there, man. I swear, like I was agreeing with people on the chat when they said, yo, I heard Eddie Kendricks. Yo, like shit, man. Like, ooh-wee, it's a great situation that you got on your hands, my man. Like,
thank you, bro.
That's a beautiful situation. You gave us fucking 3 for 3, my nigga. Like, sheesh. Yo, if you don't get this shit on wax soon, boy.
Yeah, we working on that, man. I appreciate it, man.
Incoming, forthcoming. Got the Digiwaxx team here. Gonna get them first, you dig?
Okay, how you talking, Adrian? Talk that talk, Adrian.
Talk your shit.
Come on, man. I told Charlie it would be good for him to just start meeting people where they at. And this is one of those places where I always want to bring people here to feel at home. So I just personally want to thank y'all for making my man feel at home here. You know, this is exactly precisely gonna give him that steam to get in that studio tonight and even go harder in the paint.
Yes, sir.
Nah, man, absolutely, man. I just want to say one more thing before I let old school take over. I think listening sessions is a good idea. But again, we spoke about it before. Nobody ever did it. But I would take some movie theaters, man, you know, create a really dope graphic to each song and just zone out in the movie theater, play the album, play the records, and just connect. And people would probably fall in love and just be like, you know what? It's over, like, you know. So that's definitely, and just doing a tour of that. Like every city I stop in, it's just something we do. We're gonna go to this theater, we're gonna take over the theater, we're gonna kick back and listen to this project. And you know, I think people would love that, you know. So that's definitely one. And then the other one was what you call? Dang, I forgot my other idea. I'll stick on that. I'll land on that for now. Old school DJ, I know you're ready to talk.
What's good? All right. The old school DJ here in San Antonio. I'm kind of speechless, man. I'm like trying to think of the words and stuff, but your music is just on point. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, maybe I just keep it simple. I mean, you see what kind of my t-shirt got the Funkadelic. So I'm like, and that kind of, you got to cut that kind of groove to it because you got that instrumentation and the vocals and the beats and the drums and the bass and everything is clarity and the music is so precise. And it's good music. It's just straight up good music that they need to bring back. I keep saying they need to bring this back because that's kind of one of my specialties is I mix old school music with new, you know, music. You know, I try to put some lyrics on top of some old school beats and I'll loop some stuff and do kind of stuff like that. And I don't have to do that with you. You already got everything set up. Just play your song.
Thank you, man.
Give you props. That's all I can say.
And I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Big Red. Can't hear you. Big Red on the check-in. 1 2 1 2. Okay, we're gonna come back to Big Red. We're gonna go to Brittany Cherry.
I just want to say that I really enjoyed the music. I don't really have too much to say besides like I can see myself grooving out to this at brunch. I could see this in movie and TV. I can also envision it just on a broader sense internationally too, because we know that, you know, international music is big right now. So I definitely can see other countries also adapting the sound and grooving out to it. Mm-hmm. So if you ever decide to go on tour, whenever that date is, we would love to know about it so that we can also spread the word and then, you know, attend, of course. But I just want to say I love it.
Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate that. For real. appreciate all the love. Like, thank y'all. Mean a lot.
Well deserved, you know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Brother Big Red.
All right, y'all. I apologize for everything. I just want to say, man, I'm digging the sound. It puts me in mind of Curtis Mayfield, man. That sound is like, it's so theatrical. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I don't want to commend you for the sound. You know, it's one. I want to say it's one pocket of music that I think that gets overlooked. And then I know Snoop has a lot of influence because I know he's probably in there vibing, head shaking like, yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's just that you know, I can see you guys coming out with, you know, another, you know, good movie. You know what I'm saying? And that could be a score. And you heard it here first. It got Oscar written all over it. You know what I'm talking about?
I appreciate that, man. I receive that. I definitely receive that.
I'm just saying, hey, you shopping to the right movie. I'm just saying, oh, y'all do y'all movie, do it yourself. And I guarantee you, that's it is what it is, brother. Like I said, you got that heat, man. Like I said, when all the people who you don't work with, and it just all gels together. You know what I mean? Yeah. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding.
And thank you.
Man, Grammy Awards gonna have an easy decision next year.
I mean, I receive that too.
Yeah, that's what's going down. DJ Malone, Chicago's in the house.
What's going on, my guy? How you feeling, Chuck?
Man, what's going on, DJ Malone?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, yo, man, you got bangers on this one, man. I really am excited for you. I definitely think the video and the marketing will help you gain more exposure and everything, man. Just doing like, you know, little tutorials or just how you piece it together, it will definitely go a long way.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. I guess that's what it is, man. Where do we go from here, man? I guess we'll be waiting. Okay, wait. Earl got one more thing.
Yeah, I was just curious. Are you open to doing features?
Yeah.
Or work on more artists?
Yeah, definitely. You know, especially on this next record. Like, I keep putting it out there. First feature that like somebody agreed to was Kamasi Washington. Not a vocalist, but he's an amazing artist. Now he said he's down. Jane Hancock, we just did a song together actually. Man, I'm just open. I'm open to working with anybody.
Okay. All right, cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, there's so many avenues that your music could go crazy. I'm super excited for you and Adrian as well. But please, I mean, you already got everybody's everybody's well wishes, but yo, honestly, looking forward to seeing you be in a completely different space, man, because the music is definitely something that people need. And then I think that's also the other thing when you start to look at like politics and other stuff and like society in general, like there's like ways where like mood music or real music definitely like plants more of a flag. And I feel like this is also part of that time. So yeah, hats off to everything y'all are doing.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you, girl.
Yep.
Blessings.
Well, you know, music is the rod, like people say, and we're blessed to learn more every day about what's dope out there, and we'll push that. We're gonna push the message. If anybody needs anything, brother Adrian is here. Adrian Miller, he put his email in here. I know people have been asking for drops already. Some people are requesting interviews on the side. All good. Adrian will be the connect for that, and when that vinyl comes, you just let us know, and we'll make sure that happens. Charles, hey man, Charlie Be Real, thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Snoop. Shout out to the whole Death Row family. Obviously, October London and everybody else that's going good. And I do got to give a special shout out to Kamani Marley, who's just been chilling in the back, listening in. You know, Kamani, before I play a song, before we segue, you want to give some thoughts on what you think about, you know, any thoughts on the music, anything? But I think you're on mute.
Yeah. On Charlie Be Real.
Yeah.
Charlie Be Real is that boy. You know, definitely. Matter of fact, I was sitting here listening. I was like, there's got to be a way I need to get to him. Because I'm in a space right now where I could use some of that.
I think that a Kamani Marley, Charlie Be Real collaboration.
Yeah, I need to get to Charlie.
That's what changes the world. And I'm not joking. When you bring a reggae titan, music titan to a soul music titan, I mean, it's all connected anyway. But now you're talking a higher level of chi or energy, you know.
And you know, I'm at soul music now.
Dope.
Well, that's dope.
Would love to, man. Man, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna put those pieces together. Shout out to my man Brian Greenspool. He just pulled up, and we'll get into that.
Peace, everybody. Thanks for having us.
No doubt. Again, thank you for pulling up, Charlie. We're gonna make sure that we stay connected. And in the meantime, if anybody needs anything, like I said, get at Adrian or myself. And I'm gonna try to pull up a quick record just so we can give ourselves a little segue.
Charlie, be magic.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, I'm gonna try to play a quick record, and then we'll come right back with the I don't know, man, the unbelievable talent of Kamani Marley. All right, let me see if I can find this song. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here we go.
Thanks, Theo.
All right, we're back. It is New Music Wednesdays. Beautiful Wednesday. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to all of the good weather. Seems like storms have passed. We're in a great place. Good music today, man. And happy, man. So proud, man. We got just, it just continues on. You know, we have a legend, artist, writer, producer, actor. He's even, I believe, even produced 1 or 2 movies at this point, and it's still going strong, man. You know, raising the bar in reggae music, and man, it's just the future, man. Y'all, I can't wait, man. We got one and only Kamani Marley in the building, holding it down, representing. I'm gonna say Kingston, Miami, New York, London, and the rest of the world, man. Kamani, man, how you doing, man?
I'm there, brother.
Yeah. Well, welcome to.
Can't complain.
Yeah, that's good, man. You look comfortable, man. You look like
I can complain, but no one's listening, so why bother?
I hear that. Real quick, we're gonna get started. I don't know if you're in a place where you can turn your camera to the horizontal mode. We'd like to get the full, picture, if possible.
Oh, what's up?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you're back at it again.
Yeah, back at it again. Yeah, working on a new. I released 2 singles the other day, right? The first one was New Creature. The second one was Love and Energy. And, the plan is to release the 3rd single April 16th, and then the album around May 23rd. So, I've just been keeping busy working, recreating myself, put a nice little production team together, had some nice writing camps, and, just searching, not searching as if I'm lost, but just, not being limited. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Just make sure that I can still approach the music authentically while, not being forced to be trapped in that box.
I mean, that's a good point. Have you felt like that in the past?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get the feeling, but I think I've always been a free spirit, and I think one of the things is that I've always said that, we have this one life that we're living, we don't know what is after this. And, so many people go through this life living, never took a chance to know themselves. You know, so many people go through this life strangers to themselves because they never took that chance because of, you know, what expectations may be of other people. And, you know, for me, at a very young age, I told myself that, you know, I was just going to be authentic to me and true to me and let, you know, what will be, will be. Some will love it, some will hate it. And, you know, as long as you're happy. So here I am.
No question, man. And shout out again to Brian. Sent me the music, and I love just listening to music. I'll be honest, a lot of it isn't as satisfying, and that's just the way it is. But when I heard your songs, it gave me a sense of refreshment. Again, I actually just want to get into one of them, and then we'll come back. I guess you could give us a little background on New Creature.
New Creature is just, you know, it's my rebirth, you know. You know, a lot of people notice that the locks get a small cut, but that was a part of the process. You know, so for me, just redefining myself, seeking and searching for my higher self, you know, and you know, on that journey I become the new creature. So here I am now, a new creature.
Awesome, man. Well, let's get into it, man. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. We got Kamani Marley. Check this joint out. Shots. We need some fire, some sounds, you know, forward, you know. Yeah, there you go, Brian. I need some gunshots. Nah, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody just keeping it real with the music, you know. It's nothing but fire emojis and nice and niceness, and it's great, man. It's great. Yeah, man. End Zone, she said, I love reggae music. All right. Brittany said, rebirth is the energy we need right now as a collective. Really important. What sparked it?
Life. You know, we go through changes in life. You know, we have points when we know we're evolving. You know, and everyone have a point in them life, and them know say, yo, you know, my life just make a change. Like it's almost like you step in that portal and you know say, yo, change is just make. You know, and that is it. You know, it's you know, we just have to learn. You know, for the most part, we just have to learn to listen. You know, we have to just learn to listen to that voice and trust that feeling. You know, and yeah, that's where I am.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. You know, definitely good stuff. Now, obviously, with this, I don't want to say, I guess it's a new energy, but it feels so good. It feels like, you know, it's always been there, but it's a new energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else do you have planned, I guess, around the release of the album? Being that, you know, you sparked it off with this.
So
different talents, you know, what are you gonna do?
So let me tell you. So my plans for 2025 is this, right? My plans are I release this album May 23rd. I have a movie, Vendetta, Necessary Badness, that I'm finalizing right now. You know, so in a perfect world for me, I'll be releasing this movie in the summer, mid to late summer. Right. With the movie, I'm also working on the soundtrack. So I'm currently recording 2 albums at the same time. Right. In 2 different sounds, 2 totally different sounds. Yeah. So you know, for 2025, that's the plan. You know, touring in the summer, touring Europe in the summer for the festivals, with the new project, and then I'm back in Miami, back to work.
Yeah. Does any of these arts take precedent over another? In other words, you know.
Listen, man, is you know what? People used to tell me that I have, you know, sometimes I zone out. You say I did it, right? So that's this thing that happens. But you know, people used to say them diagnose me with what name, ADD or ADHD, one of them things, right? And so for me, it's just how my mind works. You know, so my mind work. I'm always doing 3, 4, 5 things at the same time, and I can't help it. You know, so I've learned to just master that, retune it, refine it, and live with it. So when you say if one take precedence over one, no, because I'm in the studio in the day, I'm writing at night. You know, or I'm in the studio at night and I'm writing in the day. So
yeah,
you know,
dope.
yeah. But if not, I feel like I'm not doing anything. So
Yeah, you're keeping it
yeah.
going. Gotta keep it going. Back to the album real quick. The album is called Love and Energy.
Yeah.
A, why did you name it that? And B, can you give us a little bit of, you know, the sound or maybe some of the features or things connected behind it?
Well, let me tell you. Initially, the other album that I told you I was working on, was my initial plan to release that album, right? Which was more urban and was soulful. It had some, you know, maybe some hip hop with some R&B flavor tied up in there with some. And then, you know, you keep hearing that, you know, people saying that reggae is a dying genre, and you know, this and that, and they're not getting enough reggae music. And it's been a while since I've done a reggae album, and you know, I think in the time, going through, you know, what I was going through, you know, at that time as well, spiritually, it only made sense for me to shift my energy at that time, you know, and you know, take that part of love and energy, which, you know, which is what we're missing with everything that's taking place in the world. You know what I mean? With the way Earth are run right now, you know, we need this kind of music to kind of give you that refreshing. Everything is very aggressive and everything is so we need something that can just soothe the soul, you know, get you thinking and you know, just shift the energy with some love.
Yeah, man. That's yeah, man. That's
yeah.
Well, I want to play the title track. We can get into that, and then we're gonna open it up. I know people got questions, and you know they got things they want to say. So let's play Love and Energy, and then we'll come back. We got Kamani Marley in the building. Check this joint out. Yes. We're back. A lot of energy, man. A lot of love in the record. Shout out to reggae music, man. We need the vibes.
More fire.
Level the vibes, man. This is beautiful. These are beautiful. These are records that, you know what I mean? Big up to my family, you know, St. Ann crew, big up the Portland crew. This, you know, we're not a monolith in Jamaica. All types of music is made, but reggae music is our root. And that, with that being said, I'll let Steve Styles go ahead, brother.
You got me lighter right here. The lighter in here. The lighter. More fire.
Brother.
First of all, you gave me Barris Hammond. You gave me Cocoa Tea. You gave me all of those vibes again from back home when I was growing up. Like my family is originally from Jamaica too, so
yeah, okay.
I used to grow up listening. Like my house was filled with reggae early in the morning, especially with my grandfather. Like I used to hear all this type of music and all the lovers rock, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I immediately end up loving dub plates, and I started collecting dub plates all the time. Me and my big brother, Funk Regulator CeeLo, we was the dub plates champions out here. So God bless the dead. So I said this to say you give very soulful shit. That's what's missing. Like the reggae out now is cool, but it needs to come back to this. It needs to come back to the soul feelings. I could light my blunt and smoke without trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And you know what I'm saying? It's one of those. It's one of those lay back and chill joints. Light up a blunt and just relax on a good Sunday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? And just sit back and relax and just know, even though you're about to start a whole nother week up, everything is all right from this point on. You know what I mean?
That is it.
It gives you that feeling, you know what I'm saying? And I spin reggae all the time, so I definitely would add this to the collection. If you got the dub plates, send them. Let's go.
Yeah, man, we get to the dub plates.
And it's a groovy movie.
See it there?
Groovy movie.
Ja, yes, brother.
Yeah, shout out to C Styles, man, holding it down. Miss Brittany Cherry.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
And that's your music is so touching. Like I feel as though I'm going through a rebirth right now, and that's nothing that anyone would have known on this call. But we all go through periods in our life where it's time for a new cycle. It's time for something new.
Yes.
We get exhausted. And I can almost like feel like in the music that I'm tired and I'm ready for something new, something different.
Yes.
And it comes across in the music. And I get emotional because I'm just like, it's so soulful. It's so personal. And I'm so glad that you make this music, because there's people like me or people like you who might be going through a major change or shift. And we just want to bring only the good things into that shift, only the positive things. So I just want to say thank you. I'm grateful, with a grateful heart and gratitude for the music. And I hope that it continues.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm on the right path. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. DJ Old School.
Hey there, KM. How you doing there?
What's going on, Old School?
Yeah, great record, great song. I'm gonna keep playing that one there. That's it's got the old style vibe, the give me that reggae my lightest type feeling, with the, reminds me of Peter Tosh and Black Uhuru and that type of style, And I didn't grow up in reggae. I had some reggae friends that I grew up with, in high school, but I love the traditional style reggae since high school, so I'm an old guy now. So I've been doing this, since the 70s,
See that?
So, I still got a lot. I got vinyls here with, I try to keep that kind of music alive. And I'm glad that you're bringing that music back. As you can see in the background, I got your kinfolk in the over my head. So
yeah,
man, I love reggae music, and it's I like all types of music, but reggae has its own like spirit and soul, and I think like the basis of all music is kind of from that style of music. I mean, even hip hop, the bass, the slow tempo, the horns, and all that. And the chanting, that's kind of like what hip hop is based on. A lot of people saying hip hop is not from reggae, but what is your opinion? Do you think hip hop is from reggae, or do you think reggae?
That's such a touchy topic that that's like talking about religion and politics.
Okay, I don't want to.
I mean, it's music that influences music. It's man that influences man. You know what I mean? So. We know that the heartbeat of it, it's all coming from the motherland. It's all coming out of Africa. So, where it stopped first on the journey to where it's going, it's just a part of the process. So, I hear people say that, it's I didn't hear that it come from that. I've always heard that it was a Jamaican that started hip hop. Look, so that must start that. No.
Yeah, but yeah, like you're saying, it's from the motherland, so it's like the veins of the heart of the earth branching out, and no matter where that branch comes, that same origin of the blood is going to end up coming in, and the sound is going to come resonate, no matter what continent you live on or where you're from. So that's,
Right.
I guess,
Yeah. Sound travels. Same way with the energy. So
soul of the music. So you got that deep soul of the music, and I applaud you for that. Thank you for your music and your time.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Dope stuff. Will, I'm gonna come to you 1 second. I'm actually gonna let Inspire Radio.
Yeah, this is DJ Renato Creator. Shout out Digiwaxx. And I love that Digiwaxx provide us with the reggae and the soca and all that stuff. And I actually do a radio show that is geared to reggae, soca, dance hall, and I have been playing your music a lot in my sets. I started off as a hip hop DJ, and I just wanted to thank you for all your music, all your contribution to music, and I will definitely be spinning that on my show. I got a show on 22 radio stations, so we're gonna definitely get that out to all the people that's listening. Shout out to DJ Queen Bees. I'm on her station also. So yeah, thank you for putting out good music.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And thanks for the love.
Boom, there goes that. That's what's up. Tons of energy, good love.
Yeah.
I did want to ask two other questions. One you sort of touched on, and I'm not trying to be controversial, but I do want to get your opinion on your thoughts on today's reggae, or I would say the music coming out of Jamaica, dancehall, reggae.
Look, man, for those who know me, know that I'm one of those artists that I have no boundaries, right? So, my early years, I started off, dancehall, hip hop for those who know me. So for me to say the music that's coming out of Jamaica is we do need some more authentic reggae spreading the love, right? But the music that's coming out, remember, a lot of these kids, they're raised in an environment. You only speak about what you know about, right? You can only talk about what you know about. And if that's the ways and the means for you to get out of a situation, then you have to do what you have to do. My thing is that when you're out of that situation, now you should grow and evolve into that person that you're becoming, and not stay and still portray something that you're no longer a part of. I'm a big dancehall fan. So I'm not here to bash the artist, everybody brush stroke is a little different. Sometimes we're painting the same picture, but the brush stroke is just a little bit different, so.
Yeah, no question. And I don't want to bash nobody neither. I just I love all the music, but I do like the balance that you bring in. Again, I will say that.
Yeah, the balance is needed.
Yeah.
Balance is necessary, and I figure if I can help to make a change where that is concerned, then, that's what I'm here trying to do.
Dope. I know Will Gamble had a question, but I'm going to ask one more and then I'll let Will go. But obviously recently we had Coco T pass away. Don't know if you had any thoughts or anything that you wanted to say on his legacy.
I mean, wow, Coco T legacy is, from when me just start go a dance hall, when me just start go a party as a youth. Those are the music where you're growing, and then, coming up in the music, industry in Jamaica. I had the opportunity to meet him on many occasions, and a very good person, humble soul, and you know, just always there, willing to give advice and to help. And you know, we lost a great one, undoubtedly. You know, and but yeah, I don't know, maybe one day I cover a Cocoa Tea song, who knows? Yeah, I mean,
I like that. I like that. I like where that spun to.
Yeah, do them thing and pay homage, you know.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's
Yeah,
dope.
man. Why not?
Yeah. Brother Will, come to the front.
Hey. I just want to say peace and love, brother. Off top. First thing. And I want to say the brother, he talked about, I'll go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
I would say the brother, he talked about peace and love when he was talking before his song came on. And I could say, brother, your song demonstrated peace and love. And you touched my heart. And I definitely want to keep in touch, man. Get you in rotation on Strong Side Radio, too. I hit you up on IG. So much love and salute to you. Salute to
All
the
right, my
Digiwaxx
brother.
family.
Much love. Good looking. What's your name? Shall I look out for you on IG?
Will Gamble the plug, same as on here.
The plug. All right.
7.
I'm gonna look out for that. I'm gonna send you some info.
For sure. Much love.
My brother. Yes, sir.
Word. Miss Brooke Black.
Peace and love. Oh my gosh. You mentioned something earlier, and I debated through everybody's comments whether I wanted to react or not, about people labeling you as having like ADHD or not paying attention. And I just want to say that comes from people who are not standing in their purpose. You, my friend, are grounded in your purpose, and you are elevating others to find their purpose. So thank you. Sunday is always dedicated to reggae in my house. I'm going to be spinning this for sure. And I hope that Salt Lake City can feel you when we have our reggae festival here. Hopefully I can help with that. So thank you.
Yeah, man, nice. And thank you.
That's what's up. Everybody's showing love, man. This is great. DJ Malone.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Going on, my brother.
Hey, man, I love the record. You really, it really brings back that good feeling soul of it all, man. So I just want to say big up to you. Keep doing you. I'm definitely going to be putting it in rotation on my station. Let's network with my guy. Let's network.
Let's do it. Maestro Marley, hit me up. I send you some info.
Will do.
Yes, make sure y'all follow too. And again, Brian's here to help as well. Shout out to Brian. He's Spoon Fed Entertainment. There in here. There goes Brian. He's back on. Yeah, man. I'm just like I said, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that the music is what it is. I'm happy that you're creating. I'm happy that you have a plan. And I hope the vinyl is coming as well for this. This is definitely another vinyl. This is 45 piece. It can go 45, it can go 12-inch, but I hope that the vinyl is coming for this as well. Because we do play dubs and we do play records. So
Yeah, man, we make sure you get the vinyl.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Last question. Cindy John in the chat asks, are you starting your locks fresh?
Yes, brand new.
Oh, there it is, Cindy. You got to that. Man, listen, Kamani, thank you. And we appreciate you, man. We truly appreciate you. Your music legacy, as well as your families, but your music legacy and what you've done and the different art paths you've taken, man. Nobody could ever forget the movies that you've done, as well as the records and
thank you, my brother.
Perform. I was able to see you perform at 9 Mile one time in Jamaica and another time down in Florida. So, it is what it is. And I believe everybody here, I feel like everybody's like, listen, we're going to support and play. And that's what it's all about, man. Just us sort of getting more of your story out here with this new music. And that's it, man. I don't know if you got anything you want to say, Brian, but
yeah, just wanted to add, first of all, thank you all very much for the platform here, for giving us a chance to talk about the album and these two singles. if you enjoyed these two singles, I just want to say I had the opportunity to sit down with Kamani a couple weeks ago, listen to the full album. I mean, it's just full of just heavy, heavy tunes, big one-drop tunes, big collaborations, love songs, conscious warrior tunes. It's got something for everyone, and it's a big, big musical album. So I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody's reaction to the next tunes that are coming out.
Man,
So
we gotta talk off. I really want to do this. I really want to do this music, sort of like what we're doing here, but in a movie theater, man. And I want to play the music for the right people in the movie.
You know what? I wanted to ask you about that. Why did you say a movie theater?
Because of the surround sound, because you have to sort of sit there and just vibe out. It's a different experience. Nobody's ever done it. And I feel like it's limited. You know, I want people to feel special. I want people to feel like, you know, we had a little intro Q&A before we went through this experience. We all went through this experience together, and we're leaving out here together with a higher vibration, a higher energy. And, you know, it's all focused on the artists. You know, it's something I really want to do. I think it would be great because everybody's distracted, man, by their phone all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I just want to get people focused. There's one place where they cannot deny and listen. So that's why. What you thinking?
No, I'm just asking because that's the first time I've heard that. You know, usually people keep it in a little, little hall vibe, the little jazz rooms or the whatever it is. So for you to say movie theater being seated, I was just wanting to know what was your thoughts behind that, why you said that. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man. And I like they got good sound systems in the movie theater. You know what I mean? The sound, you get a better energy from the sound and everything. So, but my brother, we shall see. I'll be talking to Brian. You know, maybe we can pull it up in New York or Miami, or we'll figure it out. You know?
Yeah, New York would be nice.
Yeah. Well, come on up, man. You know,
New York would be nice.
Let's do it, man. Well, listen again, man. Thank you for pulling up, being a part of our Wednesdays and sharing your new music with us, man. Really, really solid. There's really nothing to say, man. Let's everybody here, man. I just say let's actually support and play. You know, put these records in rotation, put them in the mix. Brian can follow up and make sure you get, drops and all that key stuff. I know that stuff does go far.
Yeah, please, everybody hit me. I'll put my email in the comments. If you don't get me on the email, you can hit me on IG at spoonfedent, and we'll take care of drops, interviews, dub plates, whatever your requests are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Word up. All right. Well, we're going to play another record and come back. It's New Music Wednesday. Shout out to everybody who's still in the building. Just had a great listening session with Kamani Marley. And we're going to go to a new song from an artist but maybe it's a little different. Check it out. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let's go. All right. We are back. New Jeff Red. The song's called Back. Produced by the legendary DJ Ron G. And before that, we had, what we played before that? Oh, the new Wale, Blanco. Yes, new Wale, Blanco. Does it sound like Wale? I guess it does if you listen hard, but Blanco, dealing with a lot of stuff in that record, but something different, Good time. That's it right there. Good time, Jeff Red song. Thank you, old school. Anyway, how's everybody feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Just like I said, we just got through the Vertigo Mixer here in Dallas on Monday, and we had a lot of artists in the building. A lot of people came through, show love. As you see earlier in the interview today, the circle had came through. It was the thing that Vertigo DJs been doing is trying to try to bridge the gap with South by Southwest for artists that come through and make sure they if you didn't get a chance to make it, a lot of artists that I talked to, they missed it and they just came there. You know what I mean? So we had folks from all over, from all over the place, man, there that Monday, and it was real big. And like I said, between Baby 104, he been, holding it down and getting artists, some looks at over the radio. You know what I mean? So we just want to make sure that if you ever come through, man, just out the South by Southwest, wherever it moves to here, to Tennessee, or whatever, but we will still keep doing it on Mondays right afterwards, so people can come through and, get their music heard. And like he was saying, if a lot of artists need to get their music in the hands of the DJs. Once you get your music in the hands of the DJs, there's yes, we do get a whole bunch of CDs, a whole bunch of this, but the thing is, if we sit down and listen to it and it's about, it's getting played, man. And then follow up with the DJs. Hey, man, ain't nothing like a DJ getting your information. You getting his information and telling them, hey, man, did you get a chance to hear track number 2? That's the one I'm pushing. And then he's just going to sit there and he's going to actually listen to it. So we just try to keep that relationship between DJs and artists open. You know what I mean? So if you get a chance, I sent you the link to the video if you want to show everybody what it looked like, my experience.
Oh, wait.
You can show it to them.
Where'd you send it now? To my email or to
I didn't. I can email it to, but I sent it to you through text, man. I actually emailed it to Raymond though. Raymond got the email.
Okay, hold on. I'll try to get that on. Oh, okay. I see that right there. I see that right there. Okay. In the meantime, I think that's awesome. Obviously, everybody's just playing their part in the culture, man. We have a culture. We all got to just do our parts to just keep it going, man. So shout out to Vertigo, everybody that was out there for that. And
the Fleet DJ that showed up represented real big too. So Fleet showed up real big.
Nice. Trying to get this queued up here. Sorry, guys. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do this now. And we'll rock with that. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and let's do it.
Right here, holla at your boy, tastemakers.com.
There you go. Get at my boy, before he can get you locked and loaded, baby.
You know what it is? My whole life I've been a rebel. Foot is on the pedal, took it to another level. OG told me be careful, never live life fearful. Staring at the world in my rear view. I know you talking down, but I don't hear you. Left and came back, had the world on my shoulder. Almost lost it all, but it's far from being over. My uncle almost home, my dog did a dime. You know boys move bricks like Shaquille in his prime. Never get out of line, look out for the boundaries. Niggas say I fell off, crazy how that sound to me. Everybody ain't real, lot of niggas bounce to me. Yeah, you know I'm cash, can't nobody else amount to me. Got a guilty conscience for hate, I'm about to beat up. Really, this like the re-up, it don't take much to heat up. I'm laughing at you niggas for thinking that you can keep up. Why you think you can see us? Check the score, nigga, we up.
We legends, we legends, we legends, we legends, we legendary. We legends, we legends, we legends, we legends, you secondary. We legends, we legends, we legends, we legends, you know how we do.
I had a chip on my shoulder, I had something to prove, bitch.
We legends, we legendary. We legends, we legends, we legends, we legends, you secondary. We legends, we legends, we legends, we legends. You know how we do.
I had a chip on my shoulder, I had something to prove, bitch.
I'm a fact he coming to the thing. Last year, yeah. Business shame on you, yeah. But you gonna see it real soon.
All right, that was a good job. Good job, man. For real. Great recap. Show people the energy. Shout out to our music culture. Yes, Vertigo. Yes, Coalition. Yes, Fleet. Yes, Nerve. We create these get-togethers. We create these platforms where people can come together and share and communicate and promote and network and monetize and figure out monetization plays. Let's never forget that is the culture. I know other people, and this is not even a black or white thing. Some people just don't get that, and that's okay. But I'm proud to see that because that represents the culture and how we do our thing. So good job, Big Red. Great job. It's a necessity to continue to connect, network, and really just touch base with each other like that. Next year, I will be there. You know what I'm saying? Next year, I will be there because I love that it's an annual thing now. Big Texas is something that comes to Dallas. Dallas is an awesome city and all the cities surrounding it. But you gotta, if we don't create events, then nobody can come. It's one of the things you have. I remember, man, San Francisco used to have Gavin. That was the reason to go to San Francisco. You never really experienced the Bay Area if you didn't, have that. Atlanta has what all the events it has. New York back in the day, I should say, and everybody else. What's up? What's happening? Sapphire Steamy? Okay. Yeah, man. So shout out to the culture for that. Brother Will.
I appreciate you. See, yeah, thank you very much, man. Thank you. But like I said, if anything else, we all got to get together. We all have to find ways to network. We all have to keep the culture moving in the right direction. And, just like I was saying, sometimes I was young when they were doing the Def Jam Summit. And that was a big thing to me to see that. And then all of a sudden, when they all went away and, Big Daddy said, I'm going to start doing my Vertigo thing and start bringing it to Dallas out the South by Southwest. So we looking at, man, I think he's been doing it for the past, I want to say 12 years, I believe. So he's been doing it maybe longer than that, but he's been doing it. I just got steam in the tail end of it in 2016 when I started doing it, started going. So it's been an annual thing. So to me, since 2016, another step in keeping the culture alive. And I appreciate you having us share that.
No problem, man. No doubt. Will Gamble.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a dope video and dope song. Love the song too. But I want to say about the the conferences and stuff. A lot of stuff going for a long time. After a while, like anything else, it fizzles out. It's time for some new energy or something new. Let's create something new. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I do agree. Shout out to South by Southwest also. Where it lands is going to be the question, right? So we don't know. People have been saying this, that, the third. I think South by is South by. South by in Austin, Texas is South by Austin, Texas. However, the opportunity for a Nashville, Tennessee, which is a music city in itself, is 100% there. One of the best music conferences is called music.biz, is in Nashville. One of the best tech conferences, which is I think it's called ETH. I think it's ETH Tennessee or ETH or the Bitcoin Nashville, I forget, is there in Tennessee as well. Great place for a vibe. Build it. Take indie bands, indie groups, indie artists, all genres. I don't care. I'm not, it's all good. Give everybody a fair platform to perform. Let them either build out their own space, or if you're going to do it, create it so that it's, as I say, multicultural, and everybody gets an opportunity, man. And we build and we make this world a little bit better versus dividing it the way it's been going, man. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, well, I guess we're on the wind down now. We'll play one last song before we all do what we do. Again, it's been a good day. Hopefully the music was good. Everybody sort of was feeling that. And let me see if I can take 2 seconds to pull this song up. We do be digging around here. Really, really liked everybody's demeanor for sure. And all right, check this joint out. Let's see if we can play this. All right, here we go. Last song. This happens every time we go and we come out of a video and we do the shit. I know nobody heard anything. I apologize. My bad. My bad. Yeah, Quantum, I messed up again. By the way, Quantum, we need some joints, man. We ain't played like some other styles of hip hop and records in like 2 weeks, I feel. So we gotta balance that out. But all right, this is it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can y'all hear it? I don't know what happened just now. That's crazy. Hold on one second. Let me try one more time. I don't hear it either. One more time. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties on the last record, which is weird. I don't know what's happening here. All right, stand by. Let's see if it works.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Something is going on. I don't know why that's happening. One more time. Let me just try to reset the sentence. Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Something's going on. I think it's the actual app. I think it's the actual app itself. But I'll play it from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you and I tuned in. It's a Dempsey beat. Introducing
Yeah, I don't know. Player was acting a little funny, but yes, that's the last song. That's the artist is named Austin Rogers and features Jaquise, and the song is called Tip, and it's the remix. So check it out. You know, it's New Music Wednesday. It's what we do. We play new music and have fun. So shout out to everybody in the building. It's been a good day. It's been a good day, good musical day. And I guess we're gonna let everybody go, do your thing, be safe, you know, enjoy life. Definitely play some new music. Hopefully play some records you heard from these artists today, as well as whatever else you heard. Break some new stuff. Introduce everybody to something. And I guess we'll see y'all next week. Big call. I think we got BG Exhibit. It's gonna be pretty crazy next week. So I'll give y'all a heads up. And it may be another surprise person as well. So just tap in. But yes, X to the Z will be in the building. He has a new EP that nobody knows is out. I feel like nobody knows. 4 songs. But it's not like, you know what I mean? Out there like that. So
Hey, dig this real quick. So I work for the government, but I be on the calls while y'all be on the call. This past week, I'm not gonna say a name, but someone who's affiliated with Mitchie Slick and X to the Z, I got a call from them, and I wanted to interview them on at the job. Now the calls are recorded, but I hit him up later on Instagram. I was like, "Hey man, you called earlier about something." I was like, "Hit me up if you need some questions asked." But I was like, "Man, I handled it at Mitchie Slick a few weeks ago, and we was talking about Mad Lib." So it was just funny that happened. I like I said, I'm leaving people's names out, but that's the type of shit I be on, man. Hip hop that shit just comes to me, man. I seen the name and I was like, "Oh shit." Man, shout out. I'm gonna definitely be glad to holler at X to the Z next week.
Yeah, time to, let's catch up with this guy. I don't know what's been going on, but it should be dope. So, but I guess until next week, my brothers, my sisters, peace.
Yo, Sia, you gonna get Smith and Wesson next week? What's up?
I don't know. We gotta talk about it on the side.
I mean, we got them on Fleet Monday, so
Yeah, we can figure it out. Love tech and all in all. So yeah, let's just put it all together, man. It's just one good thing that's happened is people are actually recognizing our work a little bit more, which is dope. You know what I mean? Not trying to be cocky, but it's good to be that people see like, okay, there's some value in what we do. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yo, C-Style, I need to talk to you too. I mean, obviously you might know that Fleet DJ is going to be in Atlanta July, so I want to try to connect you to see if you can do, get something planned.
You said July?
Yep, in July we'll be out there. Fleet Conference, 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everybody leave around Monday. I'll probably stay Tuesday.
Do you know the exact date?
It's in a teens, late teens and 20s. I'll hit you. I got some info.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Bet.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Recording stop.